it wise. Grass only greener when it's fertilized. Gave them truth in these songs, they prefer to lies. Destiny beautiful, adrift in her purple lies. You can't see me, you Stevie. Wondering how I reach more evolutions than Evie and make it look easy. Man, dream on, yeah. Dream on, Dreamweaver.
What is up, Earth's mightiest subscribers? It is your boy Ernie, the Blerd Without Fear. Got the homie Carter presents. Welcome to episode 360 of the Blerd Cave, the #1 comic book stream on this or any other Earth in the multiverse you can find on all social media platform, podcasts, whatever. You guys get it. I'm not going through that today. Anyway, we got a lot to talk about and not a whole heap of a lot of time to talk about it in. But first, Carter, how you doing?
America, there's a lot that's going to be discussed today in regards to a couple of things, and I cannot stress this enough to y'all. At the end of the day, these are just two black men with an opinion. We are not telling you to take our opinion as the gospel. We are not telling you to just take our word for it. At the end of the day, you are your own person with your own brain. Don't be a sheep. You probably never even actually seen a sheep, and some of y'all will act like sheep. So don't be a sheep. Listen to us. Laugh at it. Think about, that was a different perspective, okay. But at the end of it all, make your own opinion for yourself. And with that being said, Ultimate Endgame wasn't it. Sorry, that just wasn't it. Ultimate Endgame was not one of them ones like I wanted it to be.
I forgot it came out.
Look at you. Now, the people that are running around saying that this is ultimatum levels of bad, you should be backhanded. Like, you don't talk to nobody else. Don't make anybody listen to what you're talking about no more. Okay, don't just be quiet. Just be quiet. Now, Marvel did two things that was nasty with Ultimate Endgame, Ernie. Allow me to tell you. So all the issues had their endings at issue 24, and then everything culminated into Ultimate Endgame number 5.
Right.
So Ultimate Endgame number 5 comes out. There were some things that happened. There were some things that didn't happen. There were some people that just showed up like RKOs out of nowhere, but it didn't really make just sense in the grand scheme of things. But there was also another Ultimate comic that came out this week. I'm not talking about Ultimate Reborn. That also came out this week. I'm talking about Ultimate Finale. And what that was, Mr. Blerd Without Fear, was even though every comic ended at issue 24, they had another #1 come out that was like, it was basically the mid-credit scene to the Ultimate Universe, or the end credit scene, I guess, because they did that thing where the Ultimate Universe will return. ... Don't really know, but yeah, they came out with a comic this week, Ultimate Finale #1. That was the end credit scene for the Ultimate Universe, and there's one I want to talk about in particular. Well, really two, and it's spoilers, ladies and gentlemen. First one I want to talk about is Black Panther. Now, the one cold thing I'll tell you about this, Ernie, is that for the Ultimate Finale, because all these were like little one-off stories to show you what's happening with those books. They were all written, and they were all written by they were all done by the creative teams. So Brian Hill, Stefano Caselli, Hickman Cheto, Peach Momoko, Chris Condom, they were all done by those creative teams. So the reason I want to bring up Black Panther real quick, real fast, is just it's still Brian Hill. And I remember telling you the ending to it, where it's basically, all right, Killmonger, I got this vibranium in me. There's some space shenanigans going on. I might break bad at some point. I might go left. And I need you to be there to put me down, big dog. Look. T'Challa, look, T'Challa don't even want me talking about it. You see how he blacked me out real quick? T'Challa don't even want me to speak on it. So T'Challa tells Killmonger, I might go left. I need you to put me down if need be. And you and Okoye do right by Wakanda, which Killmonger looks at him. The final splash, just Wakanda forever, and that's how we ended it. And that ending was stupid. But you get to ultimate finale, where it's like, okay, T'Challa knows he's on borrowed time, but he has Killmonger there to put him down. In this, T'Challa has a conversation with Storm, and there's a lot of sexual innuendos going around. And you're really confused as to what they clearly mean something else, but what's going on with all these sexual innuendos? And what it culminates in is Aurora flying T'Challa up into the sky, getting one last makeup session in, or make out session, one last little make out session. Because what T'Challa realizes, or what he tells Storm, is that the vibranium inside of him, if you read all of Brian Hill's stuff, is that the vibranium and the ultimate stuff is like a living thing. It has a consciousness. And what he has learned, Blerd Without Fear, is that with it having a consciousness, that means it can feel fear. So he has Storm fly him up into the sky, get all kind of French tongue kissing action in. And then she proceeds to hit T'Challa ass with a lightning bolt. Now you would think he wanted to kiss his lady before he died, and he had his girl be the one to put him down, which kind of confuses me, since he wanted Killmonger to do it in the book. But okay. Storm kisses T'Challa, hits his ass with that lightning. Problem is, Ernie, T'Challa didn't die. Why? Because the whole point of the sexual innuendos and the lightning bolt was that because he realized that vibranium has a consciousness and can feel fear, I'm going to have my girl hit me with a lightning bolt to scare the shit out of the vibranium inside of me so it don't make me evil no more. Now, baby, let's get to work. Ultimate Wolverine. I see people asking, who is Winter Logan? King of all things possible. If you didn't know, in the Ultimate Universe, Logan was the Winter Soldier. Even though they did absolutely nothing with it, they just called him that. Blame Chris Condon. So I can't even bring up what happened in the Ultimate finale with him without bringing up what happened in Ultimate Endgame. So the Maker is whooping everybody, right, Ernie? I'm going to set this up and then we're going to move on. Maker's whooping everybody. Everybody just all hands on deck. We know Captain America's, he dead and gone. You had a good ass laugh about that I think that was last week or week before Blerd came, how Captain America just caught it. So motherfucker laughing now. You Spotify, motherfucker, y'all audio files, y'all can't see this motherfucker just giggling right now, thinking about Steve Rogers getting decapitated. So the Maker's whooping everybody. He's doing his evil villain monologue thing because none of you can stop me. Who shows up? Ultimate Wolverine. Don't nobody know him. He shows up, schnicked, hits the Maker, because the final page of Ultimate Wolverine shows Phoenix flying him off somewhere. So he been in the sky. Look, it all comes back to Donny Cates. You remember, for all you Blerd Cave people, do you all remember when Ernie had that long running joke? Ernie and I both did it, really, about how long it took Eddie Brock to fall when he was fighting Noel. Y'all remember that? Okay. So Ultimate Wolverine 16 ends with with Phoenix and Logan flying off somewhere to do who knows. They were in the air just waiting for Ultimate Endgame number 5 to come out so that he could dive bomb the Maker to help the good guys. He just been in the air. So
I've
back
been
to Ultimate.
falling for 40 minutes.
Yeah. So back to Ultimate Finale. Ultimate Wolverine basically gets a happy ending. Sabretooth is alive. It's Wolverine's birthday. And this is not the typical, it's Wolverine's birthday and Sabretooth right there. Nah, they're boys. They're just going to go celebrate somewhere since the Maker's been defeated and the mutant stuff is done and Phoenix Jean is off doing whatever. We just boys now. So even with me kind of clowning it, I still enjoyed the Ultimate Finale for what it did, because if you remember what I just said, Ernie, Ultimate Spider-Man had a story in there, even though I told you Ultimate Spider-Man caught it in Ultimate Endgame. They just had him on covers for no good reason. Well, now we got to go back. We got to go back. We got to find Doc Brown, Ernie. We got to go back to Ultimate Endgame again. So Doom and the Maker go at it. Doom sacrifices himself because of course he did. But he says he hates it because he could only bring one person back. He couldn't bring everybody he wanted back. He could only bring one. Who he bring back, Spider-Man? Never met this motherfucker before in his life. Never been a part of the Ultimates until Ultimate Endgame. But he brought back Peter. Now, Peter didn't even know he died, so he went back and did some Blinks the time sweeper shenanigans, brought Peter back, and now little Mayday Parker is using the Venom Picatech suit to be a badass kid. But it's for the lulz. Watch your mouth. I don't want to hear that sigh. It's for the funnies. It's for the lulz. It's about love. It's about family, Ernie.
It ain't about that. It ain't about that. I'm laughing at something else. I actually saw what you were talking about with Black Panther and Storm, and it just made me sigh.
Oh, you just put it up?
Yeah, I just saw it. I was just like, okay, nigga.
What happened to his son? His son is he was currently from Ultimate Finale, sitting in the living room playing 2K, waiting for a phone call from Felicia.
Yeah.
The family is fine. They're back together. They were at a parent-teacher conference about Mayday just skipping school, and the reason she's been skipping school is because she's been in the Picatech suit, swinging around, having fun like little ass kids will do.
And here's the thing: he ain't lying.
It was
ain't
cute.
Lying. No, no, he ain't bullshitting either, because this is
Talk about Black Panther.
No, talk about.
Yeah. He's just playing 2K. He's just playing 2K. He waiting on his lady to call him. That's all.
That's literally all. But no, as far as like the Black the Black Panther shit, yeah, that literally it's as he described. It's literally
that boy is literally just on 2K playing that Chin song one call away. Like he just waiting for Black Cat to hit him up. That's right. That's all he doing. He just waiting. He just waiting.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So, but nah, dude, the Black Panther one, that was the funniest one to me. Ultimate X-Men, I have no opinion on because I have to read that from scratch. So I don't know. I would tell you to look at what Ultimate X-Men people are saying, or just read that for yourself. I don't have any opinion on that one. The Ultimates was interesting. And this is all spoiler alert, by the way, because what they did with the Ultimate story is basically Tony had a conversation with Kang, which is basically him having a conversation with himself. And we see the things that are going to happen in that universe down the line. So I think one of the images I was going to tell Ernie about was one of the images looked to be like an Ultimate Civil War, because we have a shot of Tony blasting Luke Cage and him just tanking it. So I'm like, wow, they about to yeah. So we're probably never gonna see this, but this is just the things that are gonna happen in that universe at some point.
That one was that's I don't look. I don't know who needs to hear this, but superheroes being involved in like a civil war is just, can we like put a moratorium on that like for a little bit? Because I feel
Shit,
like
they
it's
basically
it's
are because we ain't gonna see that shit.
well, yeah, I mean, just like, yeah, let me be more specific.
Okay.
My biggest criticism of the Ultimate Marvel universe was that
Mm,
like it felt like they weren't really doing anything original at some points.
okay.
Case in point, is your universe really that different if the same shit that happens in main continuity is happening in your continuity? Like in the new continuity, like is
Mm,
it really a different universe if you're still having civil wars? Like remember when they had when remember the original Ultimate Marvel universe when Miles was the guy, and it was like, oh, by the way, he has to have his own symbiote saga, and then like it's like, oh, okay, so basically we're doing this, but now we're doing it in this universe. See,
mm,
it's different. We're reheating the leftovers, but we ain't really reheating the leftovers. Only we really are reheating the leftovers. Just tell new stories. Just
yeah.
let's not like, case in point. I would feel no differently about like if there were if Ultimate if Ultimate X-Men, was a different type of book than what it was, and I'm talking about the Peach, the Peach
Okay.
Momoko series. If it was really not the series that we actually got, like they just went the lazy route with it and just like said, hey, this is Ultimate X-Men, and guess what? This is a whole new universe, but we're gonna do a Phoenix Saga. We're gonna do an Inferno. We're gonna give them a days
Mm,
of their own Days of Future. It's like, I don't look. Just tell a different story. I don't need. If I want to read Days of Future Past, if I want to read Inferno, if I want to read Dark Phoenix, I got
yeah.
the motherfuckers. I can go read that shit. I don't need to read it. I don't need you to put a fresh coat of paint on it.
Yeah.
And like, oh man, no, see, we doing it like every time I just think about Vanilla Ice every time I see shit like that, where I'm just like, no, 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 see, theirs goes dun 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 dun
Okay, bro.
dun 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 dun. See, ours goes dun 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 dun. See, it's not the same. See, there you
Mm,
go. It's not the same. There you go.
yeah.
I'm good. I'm
So
good.
yeah, that was the ultimate. They say it was the finale, but they said they do what all the Marvel movies and stuff are doing again. The Ultimate Universe will return. Might not be with the same creative teams, but it'll return. We put them dots there for a fucking reason, but I don't know. I don't know. I appreciate the
Wait, wait a minute. Wait
run.
a minute.
What'd you say?
No, what was you said they did the Ultimate Universe will return here. I
Yeah.
actually have it. I actually have it right here, Carter.
Hmm.
Right here. See,
Yeah.
they do actually hit you with that, but
We do not care.
and
I'll
they
say
keep that
like
bullshit.
the books by themselves that I did read, the Ultimate Spidey, Ultimate Black, oh no, Ultimates, Ultimate Spider-Man as stories. I did enjoy those,
Mhm.
but I just think as a whole, for all of those stories to go into Ultimate Endgame, Ultimate Endgame wasn't hidden. Sorry to me,
Yeah.
Ultimate
Yeah.
Endgame. If this is going to be the swan song, the culmination of every single solitary book you had on that line, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Dennis Camp. Sorry. When's midnight? When's midnight is how I will say that.
Just go ahead and give me the nasty spider chest. Just go ahead and give me the nasty spider
That
chest
shit is
already at that
sold.
point.
Okay, so let's touch on this real quick, real fast, because we have yet to talk about it. I'm gonna run y'all through this real quick, real fast. October 7th, the Midnight Universe is starting at Marvel. They're gonna release Midnight X-Men, Midnight Spider-Man, Midnight Fantastic Four that Wednesday, October 7th, and those will be the only books that they release that day. So is that showing that they are really confident that this shit is about to be the bee's knees? They've shown some covers. The Ultimate Spider-Man was probably the more horrific out of the three. That is fucking nasty. Even that shit had the horror guy, Mr. Blerd without fear himself, grossed out.
Well, no, you know why? Because the whole time I was thinking about it, I was like, yeah, like spiders, they have their babies like crawling all over him and shit. That's what I was thinking about the whole time. I was like, what if he has like spider babies and then just like crawling all over his
That
chest?
shit just made my skin crawl. Don't do that.
Like
Don't
he
do
out
that.
here, like that, could you imagine a motherfucker out here just going swing, like web swinging around, and then just like you just look on his chest as spider babies, just all like on the.
You know what's always nasty about movies, like horror movies, when they do shit like that cover? Anytime they try to like, somebody tries to help the person by like taking the thing off and it makes the little screeching sound. They always do that in horror movies. Always a nasty screeching sound, which makes it even creepier. But they have done scary Spider-Man before, but they haven't done scary R-rated Spider-Man before. Shane, are you not paying attention to that boy's Vanilla Ice analogy? This is what they're doing, man. The jingle is different. It's different. And I'm happy that you said it. I'm happy that you said it here on the Blerd Cave, and you didn't say it anywhere Philip Kennedy Johnson would hear. Cause he would get you. He don't want nobody disrespecting that shit before they read it. I'm so happy you said it here.
Wait a minute. Did we ever play that video that he did? Did we ever play that video that he had put out talking about it?
I feel like we did.
I don't think we did.
We read comments from the video.
Read comments. So here, let's here. I want to pull this up because you bringing it up is kind of perfect timing here. Let's let me
hey everybody.
Here, let me move this over here so it'll be in between us. So there you go. And then let me turn up the volume on just a little bit. But this is Philip Kennedy Johnson talking about about midnight
of it all.
Yeah, and why it is happening, and maybe why we should all just shut the fuck up.
I'm on the way to Comic Logic in Ashburn, Virginia. They do this thing called LotCon every year. I'm going to go and sign some stuff from 12 to 3. So if you're around, come hang out with us. I wanted to come on and answer some questions from fans I've been seeing online. People have been asking a lot of stuff about the upcoming Midnight universe. And it seems like a lot of people were really surprised that we're not doing books like Midnight Suns and Blade and Ghost Rider and Werewolf by Night and those kind of things.
The nerve.
How dare you?
That is kind of the point. Like, I think the number of people who were so surprised by that kind of proves the point why we're doing what we're doing. If we announce a horror reimagining of Blade, I mean, that's not a reimagining at all. People expect that of a Blade book. Blade's already got a home and a role in the Marvel 616.
However, he ain't got no book. So technically that nigga homeless. That nigga is homeless. Or I'm sorry, he is unhoused. But yes, Philip is not wrong in that Blade already has a place. He just been kicked out of it is the problem. But no, I'm gonna let him keep cooking. I just had to stop him right there because I was like, brother, this is you right, but not about that.
Marvel Midnight Universe is a place where we are reimagining classic Marvel characters and stories through a hard R horror lens. That's why we're doing classic characters like Spider-Man, Fantastic Four, and X-Men. We're trying to do something new, not the expected thing.
I ain't gonna hold you. I actually kind of slick feel like that was the expected thing. Like, I mean, I don't disagree with him in the sense that, like, yeah, I think a lot of people expected it to be Blade, the Midnight Suns,
Yes.
Morbius, and like me personally, I would have liked that. I would have preferred that, me personally.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I also wasn't surprised
No.
that they went the route that they went with the X-Men, the Fantastic Four, Spider-Man. But my issue with it is just it's the same way I feel about Batman. Like, we got all because yes, we're aware there's an absolute Batman animated series coming out. I do not care. But like they're announcing a Joker series. There's another Batman series is gonna be coming out. These are animated stuff. I'm talking about here. But my thing is the same energy is just some more Batman. I'm sick and tired of seeing Batman. I don't care how much you remix it. I feel the same way about Spider-Man, Fantastic Four, and the X-Men. Just give me first off, you got to give me some good books first in mainline before you start trying to go run off and be like, all right. Now let's see what else we got. But no, let's keep it pushing.
Okay.
I find that a lot of the stories that show up and change the game are not necessarily things that people are asking for. When Game of Thrones came to HBO, everyone was really confused. Like this high fantasy show on HBO. It was super weird. No one had done it before. But they crushed it, and it inspired all these imitators later. God of War. When the God of War franchise reinvented itself as a third-person action-adventure story set in Norse mythology, that didn't make sense. Like, it was just out of the blue. No one was asking for it. It was one of the great games. When Matt Fraction pitched his Hawkeye book at the Marvel Summit, this is before my time. I wasn't there for that. But imagine pitching that book before it existed. A book about forgive me, kind of a B-list Avenger set in his apartment building.
Let's be fair. C-list Avenger. Get it right, Philip. Get it right. C-list. You were.
Damn, you saying Hawkeye is C-list?
Honestly.
Nah, fuck that. You are not about to disrespect the mayor of Kingstown like that, dog. Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Hey, look, I said what I said. That motherfucker is C-list. That motherfucker is C-list. Look, hey, you know what? That motherfucker is so C-list. He is probably one of the few Avengers who has died in one of the most hilarious ways humanly possible. I literally, when I was going back and rereading Avengers Disassembled, and that motherfucker caught it, he caught it so bad that literally he is a meme as a result of it. Like, because that dude literally died, and they hit the... when that motherfucker died. So yes, no, that motherfucker is C-list. But no, I appreciate that Philip was being diplomatic. I think he was being diplomatic there.
Where he's just, doing his laundry and saving stray dogs and making coffee and getting people the rent money back from, Bush League Russian mob. Nobody was asking for that book, but it's one of the great books. One of the big two. So we're taking big swings. We're trying to do something different. And the unexpected nature of it was the point. I'm not going to do a reinvented Spider-Man and not go hard. So I know nobody was asking me for a, Cronenberg, John Carpenter Spider-Man take. But I'm excited about it. If you boil down the Peter Parker origin story about a lonely, bullied, brilliant but misunderstood kid, just hungry for reinvention, for transformation, and then he is himself physically transformed and has to try to reclaim his humanity through, science and heroic acts. There's a horror story there that I'm really excited to tell. So anyway, we're taking big swings, and I can't wait for you to see.
He's going to be
the
gross.
The nature of it was the point. That's what I wanted to say.
Well, no,
he's going to be gross, and he's going to be eating people for the good guys. That's what that sounds like.
Because honestly, when you and I first, I think it was you and I that had this conversation, just off to the side, this shit's gonna be The Fly. I feel like it's gonna be kind of like The Fly, like it's gonna be
what I feel like.
Spider-Man, but by way of The Fly, and I don't have a problem with that. Like I want to be clear. Well, I have no interest whatsoever No interest whatsoever in just some more Spider-Man. I will say, what was that book that came out? Was it Deadly Neighborhood Spider-Man?
Mhm. Mhm.
I actually
Yeah, that was
enjoyed
the
that
one
book
that.
because it was different.
Okay, the one that Black Eyed Peas dude wrote.
Yeah. Taboo
Yeah,
from the Black Eyed Peas. Yeah.
yeah,
Um, and I was here for that. I was 100% here for that.
yeah. Spine tingling Spider Man
Spine.
was
That's what it
another one.
was. Yeah,
That
that's
was
another.
one.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah.
That was that Ron
Like,
Forever cover.
woo.
See,
Yes.
I don't want to go there. I don't want to go there because Absolute Superman with his art is just not hidden. I don't want to go into it. Here's the thing. Let's keep it on midnight real quick.
Mhm.
I hear you. I hear you, Philip Kennedy Johnson. Do your thing. Your Hulk is still doing his thing.
Yeah, goaded. Infernal Hulk still killing
I
it.
can see. I can agree that they are kind of. They're trying to swing for the fences on this one. I mean, you're releasing 3 books on a new comic book day, and are just we go see which ones motherfuckers buy. That's kind of bold of you all to do. And even with that cover, see, like here's the thing: Midnight X-Men. You got Storm with the vampire fangs, and you got Nightcrawler with getting his Raphael from Soul Calibur 2 on. All right, cool. That's cool. And it's Jonathan Hickman, and Hickman's name still has some buying power. So I can see people buying that one. Philip Kennedy Johnson, but just how hard in the paint he has been going about this universe, and looking at that Spider-Man cover, the Cronenberg. Okay, people would buy that just for the nastiness of it.
Mm-hmm.
But one of my favorite writers is Benjamin Percy, and he's going to be doing Fantastic Four. He's done interviews where he has said that this was the only way Marvel would ever let him write Fantastic Four. They would never give him the main Fantastic Four book because they know how much of a damn deviant he is. Here's the problem with that. There are 2 books there that, looking at the art, looking at the name, those would get picked up just because of interest.
Yeah.
Kev Walker is doing the art for Midnight Fantastic Four. Did you see the cover that came out for that book?
Yes, I did.
He just dabbed audio files. He literally just dabbed in 2026.
I had to sneeze. I apologize.
Jesus fucking Christ. So,
But no, I did see the cover.
okay, there's another one.
Mm-hmm.
There is another one that actually shows the Fantastic Four, and that's the one that people are aggravated about because
really,
it just looked like the Fantastic Four. I gotta find it now.
I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah.
Hold up. I got it right here. Hold up. Yeah, because I saw it too, and I didn't really know what to think about it. I'm gonna just take this random photo that somebody put together. This right here. Yeah.
So this is the Midnight Fantastic Four, and they're just like, bruh, this is it's just Fantastic Four. We changed how the 4 looks. It's like we put one of them hourglasses to the side a little bit.
Right. Yeah, I'm not gonna hold you and then the thing just looks like the thing from Fan 4 Stick.
Yeah.
Sue. I kind of feel like not saying the costume looks this way, but in this particular shot, I feel like they're trying to give Sue the 90s costume without actually giving her the 90s costume, like the way that it looks. I like what they're doing with Mr. Fantastic because I mean they're making him like bulk up and like make his arms more,
showing us the veins and all that. That's kind of and having the fire, the smoke behind Johnny, like a house burning down is interesting. But I'm like, bro, that's just Fantastic Four.
Yeah, it just I don't know. I don't know.
Which one do you out of the 3? Which one do you see yourself getting?
I'll probably read X-Men. I'll probably read. Well, honestly, I'm gonna try them all out. But if I would, even though technically I've already seen Vampire Storm not once but twice now by this point, leading up to Midnight X-Men, I'm actually somewhat interested just to see like how they pull this off with the X-Men being or at least some of them being vampires with all of them. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna try out all three since they're all released on the same goddamn day. I'm just gonna try them all out. We'll see what happens. But I would be a liar if I said that I have a lot of hope. But I will let Philip finish his thought because he does talk about something for another like few seconds. But we'll see what that is. But yeah.
Also, I'm pretty new to TikTok. I don't really know what I'm doing. So if you have any questions on here, please hit me up, and I'll do my best to record you some answers.
That was pretty much
it.
that was pretty much the rest. Everything else, he was responding to a lot of people's comments from that. You said which comic is Elsa Bloodstone showing up in? Shit, we don't know. All we know is Fantastic Four, Jeff Goldblum, Peter Parker, and Curse of the Mutants redubbed.
I'm gonna do something I don't normally do. I'm gonna do something I don't normally do, and I'm gonna use this as a teachable moment. No, you don't. No, you don't. And I'm gonna tell you why.
Captain Diesel says, I'm so iffy on this event, but I need to cover it for content.
No, you don't.
I don't know if I would have said that out loud.
Well, two, A, wouldn't have said it out loud. B, you don't have to. And I will say for three, remember how Blood Hunt did you? And I'm just gonna leave it at that. Remember how Blood Hunt did you? And I will leave it at that. The Elsa Bloodstone of it all, and here's the thing. I feel like Moon Knight would be too obvious. I feel like Moon Knight would even be too obvious of a character to do like a midnight anything on.
Ernie, what if the horror spin on Moon Knight? The nigga was actually the moon.
Like oh god, nah, I'm good.
Yeah,
I'm
don't do that thing where you just talk over it and gloss over. Just think about it for a second. What if Moon Knight was the moon and the nigga only came out at night?
Wait a minute. So what you're telling me is like that motherfucker, he gonna be fighting the goddamn wait. So what you're telling me is that motherfucker be fighting bad guys and about around 5 a.m. Eastern, or like 5 a.m. Pacific, that motherfucker it's a wrap. It's a wrap for that cat at 5 a.m. What's sunrise in your area?
See, I'm trying to be serious for a moment, and now you're just glossing over what I said and trying to make fun of me about it. I feel like that's bad. Let's just talk about Supergirl. Let's just talk about Supergirl.
I tell you what, here, let's do that. Let's talk about some Supergirl. Let's give the people what they came here for.
Yep.
I actually did not mean to close that window. Here, there we go. Okay, now they're back. Good. Okay, so Carter and I, we went to go see Supergirl this week. And I just don't know who needs to hear this, but it is based largely on this book right here. Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow, Tom King, Bilquis Evely, and Mateus Lopez. This is, I think it was like 8 issues all total. Complete story, beginning, middle, end, basically chronicles the journey of Supergirl as well as Ruthie, who is it's basically, I'm not gonna hold you, like if you really want to just break it down in the most simplistic of terms, it's effectively True Grit, but in the DC cosmic universe. That's basically what it is. You have a young character in this book by the name of Ruthie, who is effectively her family has been absolutely positively sent to the Shadow Realm. And what? They fucking have. They have.
No. I'm thinking about how that occurred in the movie.
Oh,
That's why I
yeah,
started
no,
at.
that's that's another story
But
altogether.
don't even do it.
Uh,
Keep going.
yeah, but no, you start the book off with this character by the name of yes, Ruthie. Ruthie is
Mm.
trying to get revenge for her family that has been murdered by Krim of the Yellow Hills. He is a rather dashing, kind of knavish villain in this story, and we're also dealing with a Supergirl who's kind of going through some shit. Case in point, when we're first seeing Supergirl, like granted, this is a little bit later in the story, but like
Yeah.
when we're first seeing her, like she's kind of in the same state that we saw her in the Superman movie from last year, where she shows up, she's Liddy Two Titty.
Oh yeah, she was fresh on them cut waters.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Look, like honestly, I ain't gonna hold you. She was on that. Well, White Lightning. She was on that. She was off that White Lightning. And and while I think a lot of people's mileage with that particular aspect of the of the character might have varied some or not at all, probably. Shit, I don't know. I just remember when I saw the the Supergirl or the Supergirl cameo in Superman.
Yeah.
I was good with it because like the second I saw it, I knew what time it was. Like I was like, oh yeah. She's rocking the jacket from the from Woman of Tomorrow. Yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
she probably fresh off of getting the White Claws and drinking that
I
White
do
Lightning.
not want to drink whatever kind of buzz balls they got near the source wall. I do not,
Man,
sir.
I'm just saying. But no, she was going through some shit. She was dealing with the grief of like you see like right here like she just like just lit. She just lit. Lit. Like this is like not to be crude, but like Supergirl was off that vodka, off that tequila, off that Jack and Coke so hard that like at any moment you knew the shirt was coming off. But the thing is, she's going through a lot of grief because she's still wrestling with trying to cope with the loss of Krypton, the loss of her family, her people, and all that stuff. She hasn't fully compartmentalized all that yet. And she's trying to help this young girl who's also dealing with the loss of everything that she knows and holds dear. And it takes both of these characters on a journey that I don't think either one of them realized was possible. And it's a great story, fantastic art, fantastic story. Like this is one of those books that like when people say that Tom King is not a good writer, I'm like, look. First off, I need you to
stop it. Get some help.
You need. That's cope. That's the cope talking. That is the cope talking. If you still think that at this point. So this story comes out. It's fantastic. James Gunn makes the announcement that the DCU is a thing, that there is going to be a Supergirl movie, that it is going to be based on this, or at least this is going to be the framework for it. And I'm going to tell you right now, it actually is, but in a way that even if you've read Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow, it's still going to hit you with some surprises that you're probably not gonna expect. That said, Carter, the way this, and I don't want, like I said, we're not doing spoilers today, so please, people, keep spoilers out of the chat, please and thank you. I don't care who you are, I don't care how much I love you, I will fucking ban you. Just please don't test that. Do not test that. And basically, what I would tell you is, or rather, I'll let Carter tell you. Carter,
Mhm.
based on what I just said about the Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow comic,
Okay.
how does this movie set up our characters?
It sets them up for the most part the same way that they were in the book. Just if you've seen trailers and things like that,
Mhm.
Kara is clearly going through something and is just put in a situation to where you're trying to do a good deed, but you don't really want to do a good deed because you got your own shit going on right now. I can only do
Mhm.
so much. I can only
Right.
do so much right now. Hey man, I would much rather you go through because this is non spoilers. I honestly want you to get out everything of how you felt about the movie. I don't want you to compare it to the book because that was the one thing I think a lot of people did in the sense of they thought it was going to be a Watchmen case. They thought it was just going to be a 1-to-1.
Yeah, 1-to-1. It's not.
And
It's not.
it's not. It
Like,
is not.
it hits a lot of the same. I'll say this: it hits a lot of the
Yeah.
same beats. It
Mhm.
definitely hits a lot of the same beats, but it is not a 1-to-1 adaptation. There are some things that are very, very. Case in point. Let's start with the most obvious one. Let's start with Krim. Krim of the Yellow Hills looks very fucking different. What was it I showed y'all? I showed y'all a look at Krim, and you like I said, first off, this is Krim in the comic. He at
Mhm.
really no point ever in this book, even at his highest, at his lowest, looks like this guy. That's the first thing.
Okay, real quick. I want to throw my joke in the ring as well because everybody's been making this joke. But yeah, he looks like. Hey, do we know any actors that are gingers with long hair? We don't. I mean, I like him. He's a good actor. What's he on right now? He's an extra in Furiosa. Can we go bring him over here real quick? Bring
Get this
come
guy
on.
over here. We
We don't need that many extras for Furiosa. Come on, bring him over here. Bring him over here.
Look,
Bring him over
we're gonna make you a star. We're gonna make you a star. It says Xerxes to fell off.
here. Man,
Well, I
we
mean,
just
here's the
don't-
thing.
all you got
This
to do, bro,
guy,
all you got to do is talk ugly and eat. That's all you got to do.
that's it. That's
That's
it.
all you got to do.
Here, eat this nasty shit. Eat this nasty shit. Make it look like you're eating some bugs or something. Some space bugs. No, here's the thing. I think what they did with Krim, they actually went very far and well beyond out of their way to make sure that Krim is unfucking likable. Like by
Mhm.
any I'm not saying he's likable in the comic. He's not. But you can tell that he does kind of have some of that. Like I say, he has a kind of that roguish kind of demeanor about him. So like I could see where some people might think that he's an entertaining villain. But like in this, I don't think he's so much an entertaining villain as he is just fucking despicable, and you're just ready to see this dude get punched in the mouth. That's basically kind of how you feel about this guy. Also, I don't think this is a spoiler because this shit's in the fucking trailer. But the reason, the impetus for why this story kicks off is not just the murder of Ruthie's parents and her family, but it's also something to do with what Supergirl is going through in regards to crypto, because this is something that gets brought up in the it's been brought up, I think, in pretty much all the trailers except like the teaser. But if you've read the comic, this isn't going to be much of a surprise to you either. But yes, they do the thing with crypto where he's not going to be in the movie quite as much. I mean, he is in the movie, but just not as much as you might expect. And yeah, that's the launching point for why everything is happening the way that is happening. And it's all up to Supergirl and Ruthie to track down Krim and bring him to justice, whatever justice means to the people that are involved, whether it's the type of justice that Supergirl wants or the type of justice that Ruthie wants. All in all, Millie Alcock did fantastic job playing Supergirl. Like, everything that Tom King was trying to get across in that book, I feel like she did a fantastic job of getting across. She got across that she was, that everything with Krypton damaged her in ways that she has not fully healed from. This is a case study of grief, and I would say a treatise on grief, how to deal with it, and whether or not you ever actually stop dealing with it, and whether or not one person's way of dealing with grief is right and another one's wrong. Ruthie, who I talked about earlier, I thought she did a fantastic job of being the kind of initially naive would-be hero. I feel like she does a really good job of that. She's got a lot of wide-eyed optimism. She doesn't really fully understand how the world works, or how the universe works for that matter, and kind of expects people to have honor and scruples. And in a world where that's not really a thing. Universe is not really a thing.
Naive is
naive.
hell.
Like, I ain't gonna hold you, because there's an opening scene where after everything, where you're kind of really getting into the story, and she's just kind of expecting, oh, hey, this thing happened, my parents have been killed, this guy's out here, he's dangerous, who's going to help me? And she just expects people to be like, to just sign up, just be like, yeah, let's fucking go.
Here, like, little mama, you are in space. This is not The Witcher. No.
Look, wait a minute. Hey, you know what? Look, first off, you're gonna need one extra sword. You're gonna need one extra sword, and you're gonna need to talk like this at all times, in order for that to work. But no, it was. I did like that though, because it contrasted Supergirl's kind of world weariness. And because Supergirl's just not in a good place. Also, I didn't expect, so the comic itself has moments of levity and humor. I wasn't really sure how it was going to translate to screen. I thought they did a pretty damn good job of that. There are some funny moments. There are some stiff moments in the movie as well, that I don't think some of the things they were trying to do landed quite as gracefully as maybe it should have. But I think that's another story altogether. I feel those moments I feel the moments things landed gracefully were more than when they didn't. And then I guess the thing that I would imagine most people are curious about is, was Lobo any good? Did Jason Mimosas deliver as the main man? And I will say, being a guy who's not like the hugest Lobo fan, like I'm familiar with Lobo. I know his story. I know how he functions as a character. I just don't give a fuck about Lobo the way a lot of other people do. Like, he's just like, I feel the same way about Lobo that I do about Wolverine. I'm like, yeah, he's a cool character, but I think there's way more interesting characters out there. But I feel like Jason got Lobo across. I feel like he got Lobo over. I feel like he understood the character clearly. He was born to play the character. And yeah, he did the shit that I would expect Lobo to do. He wasn't nice. He wasn't a good person. He was kind of in it for himself, and he was kind of over other people's bullshit. And I don't know. It was interesting. What say you, Carter? What say you, Carter?
Of the movie as a whole? And Lobo?
Or just
and
yeah, all of it. Anything.
Okay.
Anything. What are your thoughts here? What are your thoughts? What say you?
So when it comes to Millie Alcock, this was my introduction to her as an actress. I don't watch House of the Dragon. I really hadn't watched any other Game of Thrones stuff. So this was my initial introduction from the end of Superman to this. I think she did fine. Once we saw her off the buzz balls and actually saw what Kara was going through, to be completely honest, I wanted to see a lot more of the stuff that happened after the fall of Krypton with her and her family and stuff like that. It made me really interested and want to see how that went, because I couldn't imagine having to go the route they had to go to get Kara to Earth and stuff like that. So yeah, she did emanate that stuff pretty well, just being a fish out of water. The move, well, let's go to Lobo. So I think, well, let me rewind real quick. So Millie Alcock, I think she did fine. Lobo, I think that certain characters only work in certain forms of media. And after watching Jason Momoa portray a character he's been trying and fighting to be for years now, now that we've seen him as Lobo, I stand by certain characters only work in certain forms of media, because I think Lobo only works in comics and he only works in cartoons. And after watching this, he only works in comics and he only works in cartoons. Lobo in this movie kind of fell flat to me. I was more so laughing at the fact that I just stopped seeing Lobo after a while and just saw a fat Jason Momoa having fun. I think he is at the point where he is not trying to have chiseled abs and be the heartthrob. He wants his check. He wants to have a blast while he's eating his check and eat good. That's all I saw for the most part, which ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. One of my favorite acting things from Jason Momoa is how he acting a fool in that Fast and Furious movie. I thought that was the best Jason Momoa I've seen in a minute, because he was nuts and it was great. So I just think he's just somebody that just wants to have fun, and I think he had a blast in this. I did like the fact, just a real quick, tiny. It's not even it's a tiny spoiler. When we're introduced to him, he's already established, because Supergirl notices him immediately and is like, oh shit, it's Lobo. I did like that. It's not like, who is this person? And she gives you his whole, like, little, or not the whole backstory, but she gives you a tiny bit of it. I like that he was already an established thing, so we might see a Lobo show down the line, and that'll be fine for the people that are Lobo. But I think, like, when I think about Lobo and I think about moments I thought were cool with him, it's the stuff I've read of Scotty Young's current series. It's when he was in Young Justice and just whooped everybody, just went on about his business, you know. Other like Injustice, the video game, stuff like that. Little brief moments in like JSA, and I think he works better there. Now that I've seen live action, as a whole, and I think this is where we're really going to not have an argument. People are going to probably be like, damn, Carter. So Ernie showed you all his copy of Woman of Tomorrow. If any of you remember, like a couple of Blerd Caves ago, I had Woman of Tomorrow because DC came out with it as a compact comic. So I'm like, sure, $7, I'll read it. And we've talked several times about Chip Zdarsky. We've talked about Al Ewing. Everybody has their miss. Ernie gave him 3. Woman of Tomorrow was a miss for me. I didn't even finish it. I gave it to a coworker to read because she was really interested in seeing the Supergirl movie. So I got to issue 4, so I didn't finish it. And watching this movie, this to me felt like an HBO Max movie. This did not feel like a theater movie to me. This did not feel like spending like $17-$20 a person, then spending another like $30-$40-$50 on popcorn and all that other movie overpriced mess. This seemed like go to the grocery store, get some chips, get some dip, call some people over, let everybody plop out on the couch, and let's watch Supergirl. That's what this felt like to me. The people that are running around saying that it was Madam Web levels, that's bullshit. Shut the fuck up. This is nowhere near. You just talking.
Not even close.
Or you heard somebody else say that shit because you didn't even watch Madam Web. Shut the fuck up.
Well, I mean, yeah.
I say all so yeah. This movie is nowhere near that. It was fine. It was fine. It was all right.
You ain't shit.
I didn't watch the Krypton series Mercenary, so I don't know. I knew Lobo was in it, but I didn't watch that. I did see how he looked.
I didn't watch Krypton either.
Yeah, but I will say like. Well, this did feel like a HBO Max. Just get some people together for a little house, like little shindig, little house party, whatever the fuck. I mean, that's what this felt like to me.
This is also fair. If Supergirl HBO Max and Battle Web is Sci-Fi Channel. Well, I mean, okay, so I don't know. I don't feel that it's like a made for streaming or made for TV movie. I just feel like. If you go into it expecting a movie of the same scope as and also the same vibe as Superman, and I think this is also another thing too, because I keep seeing people say this, and I don't think people understand how this works. I've seen a lot of people attribute this movie to James Gunn, say, "See, James Gunn just directing another movie," but the thing is, he didn't direct this.
He didn't do this. What?
No, this is not. Matter of fact. Just for everyone's edification, this is the director. Craig Gillespie is the director of this movie. Like people kept saying, and also people kept saying that he wrote it as well. That's also not true. James Gunn did not write this movie. It was actually written by Anna Nogueira. If you watch, this is how you know. Like, and I've seen people who claim they've seen the movie. And like are talking shit about it, saying, "Oh yeah, this movie sucks. James Gunn, terrible director. He's a terrible writer. He wrote this. He directed his trash." And it's like, okay, so first off rip, I can tell you ain't seen the movie because it literally tells you who directed it, who wrote it. It's
no, you watch somebody on here tell you that movie was bad, and you already thought the movie was bad just off a commercial, and you just went with it. You are probably one of them same Angry Joe nerds that runs around here and just dunks on everything. So no, I don't. No, get that. Seeing the Madam Web shit it pissed me off because it's like, yeah, you didn't watch this fucking movie, dog.
I don't think they watched Madam Web either.
That's just somebody they looked up like bad superhero movie and said, yeah, that movie is this. Like, no.
Look, I'm gonna be honest with you. There's a lot of people saying that it's terrible who didn't actually see the movie. Like they're just they're literally repeating shit they've seen someone else say.
Yeah.
And at that point, if you can't tell me anything about the movie, like I would say this. And once again, we're not talking. What's that?
I like that. Blaming Gunn for anything they don't like about Supergirl is like blaming Feige for anything they don't like in a Marvel movie. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's the same thing because here's the thing. Kevin Feige, does he like oversee everything? Yes. But is he the one actually directing the movies? No. Is he the one actually writing the movies? No. Is he the motherfucker actually acting in the movies? No. Kevin is actually quite adamant about not appearing in any of his shit. Like that's like Kevin Feige, and I don't mean this in totality, but I mean Kevin Feige has the same attitude towards the Marvel Cinematic Universe that Vince McMahon has towards the WWE Hall of Fame. He doesn't really want to be focused.
This is common practice with female-led comic movies. Yeah, I would agree with that. I think because I did see some of the mess that was going around where people were talking about her looks, and she looks this. I saw
They
somebody
said
in the
she had
chat.
down. Oh,
Well, I
did you
just
see
saw
the?
somebody in the chat said it, and then they retracted it real quick, and I ain't seen them since. But
Because they knew what was coming.
yeah,
They knew what was coming.
but like people talking about her looks and things like that. So yeah, I do feel like if she was a little bit more
mhm.
spicy
Dude,
with it, if we saw a little bit more skin, if we saw a little bit more side angle boobage or some shit like that. But
show
yeah,
us a
I
booba.
would agree.
That's basically what
I
they're
agree.
doing. That's
I do
basically.
somewhat agree with that. I do somewhat agree with that. I think if she was a lot more attractive and showed a little bit more, and like if she was,
No, I'm gonna tell you
if
why. I'm
she
gonna tell
was,
you why it doesn't matter.
what's that woman's
No,
name? Gal
who?
Gadot. If she was doing a little bit of that, I feel like people would have given it a little bit more grace, which I think says a lot more about
Well,
you
no.
all. That's what it took for you all
Yeah.
to do that.
Well, no, I'm gonna tell you why it wouldn't have mattered. I'm gonna tell you exactly why it wouldn't have mattered because here's the thing. They went well and out of their way to mock up images of her looking
Did
like
they?
this. They went well and
Jeez.
out of their way. And you know why they did it? They did it because here's the thing. She made a statement and everyone got mad about it. I think it was yeah, right here. Basically she made a comment, you know, because people were asking her, oh, did you reach out to the people who played Supergirl before you? And she was like, nope. And more specifically was like, why? She was like, we're playing different versions of the character. Like, it's not the same thing. And then she basically was talking about how, like, you know, people were, you know, going, she said, regardless of what I do, regardless of how, like, I act, regardless of how good or bad I do in this role, people are going to find reasons to hate me or hate this movie because she's a woman. And literally everybody freaking the fuck out the way that they did about her. It was like, dude, she literally called it. She called it. There's nothing that she could have done. There's no level of preparation she could have done. Like, case in point, back when, you know, she was initially cast, you know, she posted a picture of her reading the Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow book, like in preparation, you know, to get into the mindset for the character.
Yeah.
People hated on that. They called her a fake fan. They said, "Oh, she's gonna be terrible. She's gonna be."
I hope those people said that. See, and here's the difference. And I don't want to get on this point, but if you're saying that people said that about her, I'm wondering if people said that about Robert Downey Jr. when he posted that picture of him reading that fucking Doom one shot.
Nope, they did not.
So come on, man. Y'all got to get the fuck out of here with that. Y'all,
also,
like, come on, man.
Also, I would like to remind people that the discourse surrounding Supergirl is the same as the discourse I saw surrounding Wonder Woman, both the first one and 1984. Because even though technically I think Wonder Woman, because I guess the first film, I think it did better box office wise than the second one did. Even then, there were people coming out, and this was irrespective of Gal Gadot and her problematic ass fucking IDF bullshit. Irrespective of all that, irrespective of her, like, glazing up the idea of blowing up Palestinian babies, people were finding reasons to hate her for being Wonder Woman. That had nothing to do with her ability to play the character or lack thereof, or any of her personal life bullshit. It was just, they saw woman, therefore, woman bad. I don't care how much skin. I don't care how much. You know what? The only reason they got mad, like you, and I can tell you, you can actually pinpoint the moment that people actually, like the people who hated on Wonder Woman turned the other way. It was the Gina Carano effect. Because, and I use Gina Carano as an example because remember Star Wars, remember The Mandalorian, remember all those chud channels that were like roasting the fuck out of the show and talking about how Gina Carano's story was woke trash and garbage and feminist bullshit? Well, when Disney decided to cut ties with her because of her racist and, you know, transphobic and anti-Semitic actions outside of work, oh, Oh no, suddenly, no. We want her. We want her because she agrees with us. They did the same thing with Gal Gadot. They hated Gal Gadot until they found out, oh wait, she don't like brown people. She
Real quick.
used to be in the IDF. That's when they turned.
When when did it become not okay for a movie to just be fine? And that's what I think this movie is. I think the movie is, like I said, it's an it's a fun HBO Max movie, but I think a lot of people when it comes to these superhero movies, unfortunately, a lot of motherfuckers think every movie needs to be Infinity War on the scale. Like, which is you boy, sit down. Not every movie is going to be to that extent. I think a lot of people were just going to hate this movie either way.
No,
just
they
because
will.
it was Supergirl, it wasn't anybody else.
No, this is exactly that. It's Captain Marvel all over again. It literally is. The reality is, because they did the same thing with Captain Marvel. They talked the same shit because the same criticisms came up. And honestly, most people just didn't like Brie Larson, not because she's a bad actress, not because she's a bad person, not because she's done anything wrong. They hated her because she spoke truth to power. She said that whenever she does her press junkets, it's always the same people. Old white men. She was talking about this, what was it, on on one of her movies, and she basically said that she wanted there to be more black and brown people, more people of color, more women. Yeah, and everyone's like, oh, she hates white men. So therefore, they hated her they try to say, oh, she can't act. Oh, she can't do this. She's terrible. She's feminist bitch. All this, that and the third. And I'm telling you, yeah, it is this. It's literally this. They hated her, and they're doing they did the exact same thing. The thing they're doing to Brie Larson, they're doing it to Millie Alcock right now. They're doing it to her now. I think the only difference is that their hate for Millie Alcock is not as nuclear as the hate they had for Brie Larson. But give it time, and I promise you, it'll get there. I promise you it'll get there. Promise you. I say, you know what? And I do agree with this sentiment. We need to start tariffing podcast mics. We need to start tariffing podcast mics. We need to start tariffing Streamlabs, or not Streamlabs, but StreamYard. We need to start tariffing StreamYard. We need to start tariffing 4K video cameras, really any video cameras. Just tariff all that shit. If you ain't got it by now, you don't fucking need it. Because I promise you, it's motherfuckers out here who got a little bit of extra scratch that are out here doing this shit, and they're making bread off of being pieces of shit. I agree with I don't agree with the TV movie or streaming movie of it all, but I do agree that I don't think the movie is the greatest thing I've ever seen. I don't even think that it is like, I wouldn't even go as far as say that it is fine. I would say that I enjoyed myself. I had fun with the movie. It was fun, even in the moments where it was you kind of grim, and I think, what was it, when because Cynthia didn't go with us last night.
Just you and Sirs?
It was just me and Sirs. And actually,
That's
no,
why you-
lies.
That's why you didn't
It
act
was
the
me.
fool.
It was me, Sirs, and my mom. We went, and we all had a good time. We all enjoyed it. We had fun. We laughed. We even teared up a little bit. And to speak to the Lobo part of it, I will say this. I think your mileage with Lobo will vary, but I will say this. Nothing made me smile more than seeing my mom like pump her fist and get excited when Lobo started breaking folks off and doing his thing. She thought it was great. She fucking loved that shit. And then and the audience loved it as well. So I mean, my personal feelings about Lobo aside, I can recognize that. But I think the movie, Cynthia asked me, she was like, do you think it's better than Superman or worse than Superman or like as good as Superman? And honestly, when she asked me that, I hadn't really fully formed my opinion on it, but the most I could say then was, I don't think it's better or worse. I was like, I think they're two completely different movies that you can't really compare. Like they're you know, and because you have to kind of match the tone. You know, of what's right for the character. Whereas yes, Superman is more bright and colorful. Supergirl is more muted, and you know, and so on and so forth. And they go in very different directions. But no, I thought the movie was very good. I thought it was very good. I don't think it's like the best. It's not the best fucking thing I've ever seen in my fucking life. You know, but it's also not the worst, and I enjoyed it a lot. I actually look forward to watching it again. So I would say yes, I think it's very good. But that said, I've said a lot about what I liked. There is actually something about the movie I didn't like.
Okay.
And why I say didn't like, it's not even that big of a deal. It's kind of the same way that I felt about Superman. Sometimes there's like a random choice that gets made that I'm like, I wouldn't have done that. And I'll leave it at that. There's actually a couple of things, actually. Let me scratch that. I mentioned a third thing earlier, being that sometimes some of the humor didn't hit quite the way I felt maybe it should. But there were two things. First thing, the third act fight sequence. I liked the fight sequence itself. I did not like the choice of music that they used for it.
Oh, that's where you're going with that. Okay.
I
didn't think you were going to go that way with it.
Yeah, I don't really regard this particular part as a spoiler, but there is a very popular song from the early aughts.
Yeah.
By Jimmy Eat World. You probably know the song. And they do this bespoke like acoustic version of it that plays over the thing, and I didn't like it. I didn't like it.
You weren't I didn't like the fact that I couldn't go into the movie's option settings and turn that goddamn motion blur down. That's why I didn't like that fight.
There was
a
lot of motion blur in
that motion blur too high.
I get why they kind of, because I get why they kind of did it, because like they were trying to go for like a very specific thing. I don't think that part of it worked either. But other than that, I thought a lot of the other musical choices were just fine. And I will say, and this, I don't want to talk about the exact nature of this part because this part would be a huge spoiler for the end of the movie. I don't like the way that I don't like the way the conflict was settled. The main conflict of I wasn't the hugest fan of that. Now, I will say it's mostly because I'll put it like this. I'll put it like this. I can't talk about the reason why, because once again, that'd be a spoiler. But I did not mean to knock that over. I knocked over my water bottle. It hit a button. But yes. What is okay? So yeah, I don't want to go any further because basically, if I say what it is about the ending, it would literally be a spoiler. The spoiler for I'm not going to go into it. I'm just going to say I don't like the way the conflict was handled at the end. Just leave it at that. That said, this right here, Ralph Bear asks, Ernie, what is your opinion about the movie as a father? As a father, I'm not gonna lie, Supergirl, I mean, minus the white girl wastedness of it all, minus Kara being white girl wasted for a good chunk of the early goings of the film. It did make me proud because, you know, you want to instill in your children you want to instill in them a sense of, okay, I'll say this. There's a line in this movie, and it lived rent free in my head from the moment that I heard it. I can't say it exactly because I don't remember the full thing, but I'm just gonna paraphrase. There's a moment, and there's a moment where they're doing a wait, I think I see. Yeah.
That's funny. That's funny. John Stewart. That was a funny one. That was a funny one.
Come back Thursday for
Come back Thursday for Nerds of Culture to see what Blerd means.
He's not wrong.
That's funny. That's a funny one.
He's not wrong at all. Because I will go more in depth with it there. But no, there's a scene where she's she's getting a line from one of her parents.
Yeah.
And it's something that I talk about all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And that I profess to. It's kind of my mantra. Is that I always make the comment that people think I'm mean.
You are.
And I always say I'm not mean. I'm just not nice. And I liked that came up in this movie, in regards to a flashback that we get where there's a point where it's talked about that just be good. You don't have to be nice. You don't have to be kind. You don't have to be a perfect person. Just be good. And I thought that was really powerful. And it's something that I mean, granted, my kids, only just now creeping up on 11, but I feel like I've done a really good job of instilling that, that value, in my own kid. So it kind of made me proud. There were a lot of moments in the movie where, I kind of looked at, my kid and was like, yeah. But do I want my kid running around the universe white girl wasted? No. No, I don't want that. I don't.
Yes, I'm saying. Yes, I'm saying.
She was.
Oh no, she was most certainly sauced. But okay, that was actually a good question to ask you. I will say, I actually liked how that conflict was resolved. That was. This is gonna sound so bad. That almost made it worth. That almost made it worth the price of admission. Just the way the conflict was settled in this movie.
Yeah.
That was my highlight. Okay, great. I don't even want to just go and. Well, this was in a preview. This was in a YouTube preview. How did you feel about the few moments of Superman that we see in this?
I was fine with it. Honestly, I would have been perfectly fine if he wasn't in it at all.
Okay.
I mean, because so yeah, Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow, Lobo's not present in Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow as a comic, and really neither is Superman. So I mean, honestly, I would have been, but I feel like they needed to do it for the connectivity, and continuity. But yeah, for the little bit that you do see Superman, I thought it was fine, and and they literally released the clip. They literally put the clip on social media, so I mean, it's kind of like kind of well, and not only that, like you also see some of that in the trailers anyway, so it's not like it's
that's why I'm like, okay, that's not that big of a spoiler.
It's not that huge of a reveal or whatever.
The one thing, go ahead. I was just gonna say,
yeah. Oh no, please. Sorry.
Here's the one thing I want for you all to do, from me. Because I told you the one thing that this movie made me want to do was read good Supergirl stories. I did say that Woman of Tomorrow was not. It takes me a minute. It takes a book. It'll take a book that has a certain vibe to make me a fan of something. Wonder Woman, Dead Earth. That made me a fan of Wonder Woman now, right? Then we go to Historia. Then we go to Absolute Wonder Woman. I saw some white woman going off about Wonder Woman 34. So I'm wondering what Tom King did in that issue. But my point being, Dead Earth, Absolute, Historia, those made me a Wonder Woman fan. So I would love for you all to comment when this is done. comment on Spotify, comment on Apple Music. Tell me some good Superwoman stories or Supergirl stories to check out. I do want to read some so I can get so I can put some respect on, so I can get put on game when it comes to Supergirl. So that's the one thing I will tell you all to do for me.
How long? It should have been a 120 plus minute movie. Nah, it got out at just the right time. I think it got out at just the right time. 104. Look, an hour and 48 minutes. I think that was plenty.
Yeah.
I think they did the right choice on that. I will also say one thing I was kind of genuinely shocked by. There is no after credit or even mid credit.
I looked that up right toward the end, and I was happy I got to walk out the movie theater so I could beat traffic.
Yeah, it was like, and honestly, I kind of feel like the thing that would have been an end credit or mid credit, whatever, stinger or whatever. I feel like they actually kind of did the thing that I've been noticing some movies do now, and they just put it they just put it right before the credits. Like, and honestly, I feel like you probably won't see much in the way of meaningful stingers and shit in DCU shit as opposed to MCU shit, because I mean, it was kind of that way with Superman. The mid-credit stinger and the post-credit stinger for Superman, they don't have any bearing on future storylines.
Yeah.
They're just like, because what was Superman? The mid-credit was just Superman chilling with Crypto.
Yeah.
Like, he was just hanging out with Crypto. And then what was the end credit?
The stuff was terrific.
Yeah, the stuff with him and terrific that like we saw that technically got spoiled in the set photo leaks. And it wasn't even anything important.
A lot of people were confused because apparently the director behind the movie, because I read that article when the movie was finishing up. Apparently he went and did like press junkets and stuff saying that there would be a mid-credit scene in the movie, and then there just wasn't one. So for whatever, people were confused about that. So, but yeah, there was none. So as soon as the credits roll, if you all want to listen to the music, you can. If you're ready to go ahead and get that grunt out from you getting out that chair, then by all means, just don't leave your popcorn and shit, bro. They have the trash right down them steps when you walk down that you try not to fall because it's still dark in that motherfucker. Throw your trash away at the movie theater, people. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, give me some Supergirl recommendations. I want to read something. That boy just dabbed three times. That boy just dabbed three times.
Sorry.
Good God.
I mean, honestly, I would have said Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow, but I would say the Sophie Campbell Supergirl. It's really good.
That's the current one, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And Peter David's Supergirl, I thought was good.
Yeah. That is on the list as well, since I know I don't know if it got canceled or it stopped and then he went and did it somewhere else, but it was under him. Do you not know about that?
What?
Peter David's Supergirl stuff. So he had his run, but I can't remember if I read it correctly to where it was canceled or something else happened with his Supergirl run. And then he went to Image or like some creative owned spot and finished the rest of it there. He just didn't. Her name wasn't Cara and stuff like that.
Yeah. That makes sense. I guess. I honestly, when it comes to that, I don't remember exactly what book that might have been because I can probably tell you right now, didn't read it. But I do remember that he, I remember he was on Supergirl for a pretty solid amount of time. Like, I would probably go as far as say a ridiculous amount of time. Because if I remember correctly, what was it? Shit, he did like 80 issues. Yeah, he did 80 issues of Supergirl. So I mean, I don't know what else would have been left at that point, but we also got to talk about the fact that this was at a time. We're talking about like the late 90s into the aughts. So that was kind of in an era where motherfuckers were just getting long runs that went on for like 5 ever.
Thank you, people. Yeah. The book got canceled. He went to IDW and did a series called Fallen Angel, which was literally just a continuation of his Supergirl stuff.
Okay.
Thank you, guys.
I didn't know about Fallen Angel, so yeah, thank you. But yeah, that, like I said, I'm down. I'll have to go back and I have to circle back to it.
Yep.
I guess speaking of DC,
Yeah.
I don't know if Stalwart Blerd Cave chat resident, he's probably busy in Central City.
Well, he's told me he has a bunch of like stuff in the backlog to do work wise.
I bet he
'Cause I
does.
did. Yeah, he did tell me that. I spoke to him about something else behind the scenes. Mind your business. I'll tell you later. But but yeah, he did tell me he has work on top of work piled up.
Jesus.
But I did
believe
hear
it.
one of them when I talked to him, and this was on DM, but I still heard that like I heard the money machine in the background when he did it. It was weird. But
you probably heard a Brinks truck. You probably heard a Brinks truck back of the boop, boop,
but yeah.
oh man, I gotta answer. This is Brinks guy. He's bringing my shit. But no, the issue, the Blerd Cave has made their debut in the like we're official. It's official now. We talked about the preview the other day.
Yeah.
We talked about the preview. And yeah, like I said, I've been saying it, I think it's a safe assessment.
Yeah.
I think it's a safe assessment that Ryan North understands the assignment of what Flash should be. I don't think we have to worry about that. And of course, Gavin killing it as usual. Killing it as per the usual.
Yeah.
But yeah, we made the Blerd Cave. The Blerd Cave is now canon in the DC universe. And no one can take that away from us because for one, you'd have to pry it from my cold dead hands. But yeah, it has happened. We made our debut. We actually showed.
Did you not know Freddie Lane? Yeah, brother.
Yeah,
and I'm wearing this hat in the comic.
Yep, he sure is. Matter of fact, here, and here's the thing: all you got to do is open up the first page. Up the first page, and there's a scene. And if you look here, it's a scene of Wally chatting with the main man. With the main man. The Mr. T.
Yeah. I love that we just chilling at Terrific Tech. I love it.
We're here chilling at Terrific Tech, just eating. Honestly, we're probably even just sitting here talking about, hey man, so what we talking about in the cave this week? Like that's probably like if there were word bubbles in the background for us, it'd be like, hey man, so what we talking about in the cave this week? Hey man, you want to talk about that new Flash coming out, number 34? Yeah, it's gonna talk about that right quick. That's basically. But no, that is us in the background chilling. Which I thought was pretty fucking awesome, personally.
Yeah, cool.
That's just me. But yes, that has happened. The issue is here. Also, irrespective of our inclusion in it. It was actually a solid issue, really solid issue. The tease on the front of the book is something that you can look forward to on the inside of the book, and I thought it was a really nice, like probably the most interesting double splash page I think I've ever read. But yeah, I thought that was really cool.
He said you probably still talking to me about how Marvel canceled Storm.
Oh yeah, probably. Yeah, probably. Man, it's a bull. Or I'm probably bitching about DNX. I'm probably bitching about DNX most likely. Like, God damn, this is some bullshit. I want to talk about yuck. Hey, you know what? I just thought about that. Yeah, they do. They got to put us in there. We got to go on the DC Wiki. They got to insert us on the DC Wiki. I need to go in there. I need to go in there and be like, hey, that's me. That's me right there in that issue. That's me. Me and Carter. We put our names right there.
Oh man,
Yeah.
that's too cool.
We
That is too cool.
Carter, did you know that we are Prime Earth continuity?
That's pretty funny.
Wait, so from now on, I need y'all to address me as Prime Earth Blerd without fear.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
this is
Okay.
Carter Prime Earth presents right here.
Autograph sessions incoming. Didn't you say you were signing some at LoreCon this weekend?
I'll sign them.
Was it this
well,
weekend?
not this weekend. No, not. I hope it's not this weekend because I was like, shit, I would be late. And yeah,
I meant this coming.
Oh yeah, but yeah. If I will. Yeah, I guess this is as good a time as any to plug that. I guess. Do I still have my little? Do I still have my little screen? Yeah, I still got my little screen. Actually, you know what? Here, I want to do it like this. Yeah, we'll do it like bam. There you go. Yeah. I'll be at LoreCon. September 26th through 27th, in Durham, North Carolina. And yeah, if anyone comes to LoreCon and wants a signature from me on a copy of Flash or anything else that I might have that is by myself, I would be more than happy. I would be more than, and I would not. It would literally. I would just do it. So yeah, don't worry about that. But no. Fantastic. This right here. This was top work. Top work by
that was cool.
by Gavin.
Nobody asked you to do it, but you just did it. That was cool.
Yeah,
That was cool.
and that's something I want to make clear. I didn't say nothing to Gavin about it. Gavin just
You
did
just
it.
randomly just brought that shit up and said, "Hey, keep an eye out."
Yeah, like
What?
it wasn't like a hey, yeah, like can you put us in? No, he just did it of his own accord. So I thought that was pretty fucking cool of him. To have done that. One thing I do want to do, because I have been negligent in my duties. First and foremost, I do want to highlight that we have some super chats, and
Yes, we do.
we have got one. First things first, we got Devontre has hit us with the 5 Blerd Club Gold memberships out here doing the damn thing. We got Michael John Raleigh, who also became a silver member, working hard in the Blerd Club.
Silver Age. I heard that.
Man, right, man, for real. Jesus. And we also got Ralph Baer, who hit us up over on... Yeah, he did hit us with the pound. Yeah, or actually, no, I think that's the euros. That's the euros, right?
Oh, it is? Oh,
yeah,
so
that's
the
yeah,
Luca.
that's
Okay.
yeah. But no, he got but hit us up on the Streamlabs side. Really appreciate that. And also, we have got Highlight 915 with a 5. So speaking of solid issues, how many good ones before you say a run is hitting? Matthew Rosenberg is cooking on Spawn right now. Okay, so I haven't read, but no, actually, no, I haven't even I read, what was it? I read 375, which I think had a thing in there by Matthew Rosenberg. I think towards the end, my memory of that issue is not clear. But that's neither here nor there. I am going to actually give Matthew Rosenberg a chance on Spawn. I like Matthew Rosenberg. I generally have liked most things that Matthew Rosenberg has done. So, I mean, I'll give a Spawn a chance. I mean, I'm reading She Spawn, so I mean, why not?
Yeah.
Also, I'm reading The Scorched, so you know, why not?
With Rosenberg, they said it was him and McFarlane that did 375. 376 that came out this week is just Rosenberg. So I'm willing to give it a shot. I did not like his Punisher. I did like Task Force Z. It was pretty fun. So yeah, I'm interested to see what he'll do with Spawn.
I liked his Uncanny. He did Uncanny X-Men. It was weird.
I keep forgetting that. I keep forgetting that was him when instead of living at the mansion, they were living at the bar.
Yeah, had him slumming it.
You know why?
Because
Because anytime I think about that X-Men run, I think about Age of X-Man, and I just don't want to think about it no more.
Oh, yeah, I don't blame you for that. But the good news is that came after. So like, yeah, it's like Age of X-Man, and then you get into the uncanny stuff. So
Because if you look on InStock, Ernie, and you go to like the red tag sale where they just have shit deeply discounted, one of the Age of X-Man tie-in books is always in there, and even the discount, nobody still wants that book. It's still in there. They said it's still too high. 50% off. They're still too high for that book. But
I
dude,
mean,
yeah, I would hope. Since you are well past dipping your toe in Spawn now. If you didn't just named one series, you're reading two different series. You read a little bit of the main. Dog, just bruh, stop bullshitting. Like,
well,
just read it, dog.
I've read I think by this point, I've read about roughly a little more than 2/3 of Spawn's entire like solo series.
Okay, fine. Let's do it. If he wants to go there, let's do this. Let's. This is mad real world right now. I'm keeping it real. He only read Spawn to do that video. He hoped you all would watch, and then y'all didn't really watch that video as much as he would have liked you all to watch it. So he just don't want to do nothing Spawn because y'all did it. It wasn't even me. Y'all did it. Y'all the reason his ass won't read Spawn right now. So
that's funny. I mean,
y'all got to show up now, or go back and watch that goddamn Spawn video of him using the fakest smile I have ever seen. Anyway, that boy, it was like pulling teeth. He was doing that goddamn video. I know it was, but that's what that is.
Well, the funny thing about it was that, like, man, I was actually really thrown. I was actually kind of slick thrown. It didn't do as good as I would have liked for it to do, but I mean that's fine. That said, I have enjoyed some of the Spawn that I have been reading. Obviously, otherwise I wouldn't still be reading it. I'm still enjoying She-Spawn. I'm still enjoying the Scorch. I kind of took a little bit of a breather on the Scorch because I feel like I was getting Spawn overload. But yeah, I will
overload. Oh, too bad.
Hey, because it was like, all right, so I'm reading this.
Nigga said overload on one series. That motherfucker got like 6 or 7 books over there and it got overloaded.
Well, no, it was because like, all right, I'm reading She-Spawn, but I'm reading the Scorch where She-Spawn is basically like a main character, pretty much. He's like a driving character in the series. And then like I was also kind of on the slick going back and reading like from kind of where I left off. On Spawn, so it's kind of like, okay, yeah, let me calm down. Also, I wanted to read other shit. Like you've heard me talk about it. I've been reading Hyde Street. I've been reading. I finished Black Sad, by the way, or at least what is available to read.
Yeah, that's all that's out. That's all that's out.
And I read all the way up to what was it, the 2-parter joint.
Yeah, they all fall down.
Yeah, they all fall down. Yeah, I've read all the way up to that, so I'm current.
Now we gotta have a Black Sad moment. So I told you all how I was introduced to it, and then I talked so much about it. Ernie got interested, so Ernie sat down and read it, and then I get a message. Okay, nigga, I just read this book. Oh my god!
Yeah.
So now that you read that last one, because of who your favorite character is in that book being Weekly, with your boy getting set up, how'd you feel about that one?
I felt bad for Weekly. I was like, man, why are they doing my boy like this, man? Just because he only bathed once a week. Why y'all doing like that? just because the back of his neck dirty, y'all ain't got to do it.
Dog, like when I found out that was why he was named Weekly, I was like, oh Lord.
Wait a minute. Hold on. I gotta show this. I have to show this.
The one thing I appreciate while Ernie is looking that up, the one thing I thought was pretty cool was that I only told Ernie about Black Side because I'd gotten really into that book when I was reading it, and I thought he would really like to just to see how people are doing it in other parts of the world. But for Ernie to read it and enjoy it, but then get the bug, because the one thing I kept telling him about was the art was all watercolor paints, and I didn't even know it. And I'm like, this looks fucking amazing.
Yes, it
which
does.
then made Ernie buy it physically, not to just read it. He wanted to look at some of that art. So shit, I want to kind of do this now. So that gave him the bug to start doing watercolor paint shit. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Oh,
wasn't
yeah,
even the intention for me. Wasn't even the intention, but look what it did. So I thought that was pretty dope.
It was I'm gonna tell you what really kind of sent it home too.
Okay.
What really kind of sent it home for me was that it did okay. I don't think it's a secret. I think anyone who pays attention to anything I talk about on this channel with any level of sincerity, it's probably no secret that I am a tremendously huge fan of noir. I don't think that's gonna surprise anybody at all whatsoever. Not even a little bit. But the thing is, for me, what I loved, in the telling of the story is that it did the thing that noir movies do that I love so much. It doesn't have a definitive, like, and everything was right with the world ending, like, which is what noir does. Like, noir movies don't end on, like, hey, the good guys won, you beat the bad guy. Like, no, sometimes the story, just because it's ending, doesn't necessarily mean that the story is that's gonna be a happy like a happy ending or anything like that. And yeah, I love that. I love that when you get to the end of some of these books, like, it's, yeah, you're not gonna see a happy ending. You're not going to see everything, all that's right with the world be put back the way it was. I'm actually plotting to do a video about it too. To talk about my experience. Also, so I'm gonna tell you another thing that kind of helped was I also fell in love with the concept of the game. Because there's a Black Sad game, and I remember
I didn't
used
know
to
that
always,
until after I read the fucking thing.
So that's why I thought it was funny when so it's funny how this works out. So I heard about the game before I heard about the comic from you. And when you started talking about it being a comic, I was like, does he mean the game? I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna let him keep talking. And then when I saw you actually like book, I was like, oh. I was like, oh, the game is based on.
Yeah.
I was like, but no, I want to check out the game now. I actually do have the game. I just
So the books, did you get all of them physical or just one?
I got the one I wanted is out of print, and you can only buy it on eBay for like hundreds of dollars.
Which one?
There was one. It's so here, I'll show you the cover for it.
Okay.
It's this one here. It's this cover. This cover, that one, and I'm gonna tell you why. One is just a trade. It's not like a physical, like hardcover, whatever the fuck. But it has the first 5 stories in it. It has the first 5 stories in it. The one that I'm waiting on in stock to send me is the one that has the first 3.
Yeah.
Or I think it's 3, maybe 4 stories. I can't remember.
No,
exactly.
I have literally all of them motherfuckers behind me. It's 3. That hardcover is the first 3.
Okay, got you. So then, basically, when they do that, I guess because I think it's Dark Horse that released that is doing that one.
The hardcovers, yes.
Yeah. I'm guessing they'll release the other half of it now that the other 2, I guess they finished the other stories. Maybe they'll fit those in because I feel like the later stories are a little bit shorter than some of the other ones, but they're still very good. But no, to get to my point about my one of my favorite characters on here, it's this guy. I love Black Sad. Black Sad is awesome. John Blacksad's the man. Matter of fact, I love Black Sad. I love Black Sad so much that I also discovered he makes for perfect memes. He is a meme worthy character, just a meme a minute. But weekly, what I love is
He's a
yeah,
weasel.
he's a weasel, and basically he's basically the sidekick to John
Yeah.
Blacksad. Like, whereas John Blacksad, when John Blacksad is basically the hard-boiled detective type character. Basically Weekly is the funny man. He's the silly, goofy sidekick who gets into shenanigans, and sometimes John has to pull him out of the fire, and sometimes maybe even Weekly gets to be the guy to help John out. And yeah, this is watercolor right here, pimpin'. This is watercolor, 100%.
So what exactly is Blacksad? He's a cat that is a private detective. This takes place in think like the Mad Men era, like 1950s, where you just he and Ernie bring it up because these are noir stories. You can literally hear the saxophones and smell the Marlboro smoke. That's basically what this is. It's just it's a noir story with animals that's played straight.
Very. Oh, let me ask you this: did you ever see the fan art somebody did of what Blacksad would look like as an actual person?
No.
Here. someone did one of Blacksad and Weekly as like regular people, and I fucking love it because for those who don't know, John Blacksad is black. Like his name aside, in the world
there's a
of
story
Blacksad,
where you find that out for sure. It's confirmed for sure he is black.
Yeah, he is most certainly black. But yeah, the way they treat it is that animals, whatever color they are, that's the color that they are, like if they were people, like more or less. Like with Weekly, his is kind of interesting because technically he is a white dude, but he's treated as like a ginger. He's treated as like a ginger. Blacksad being a cat, he's a black cat. So therefore he is black person. Like you can see here, like this is like he has like, and it's kind of funny because this does actually come up. Someone like when someone tells him like, "Hey, your kind ain't welcome right here," he says, "Hey," he said, "Wait, this ain't enough."
Yeah. There's some shit in them Blacksad stories, and yes, Triple Dot. That was one thing that tripped me out is that that like this shot here, that is watercolor. The artist for this, this is not an American story. This is two Spanish brothers trying to sell a story to the French market, and the artist for this book was previously one of the lead animators at Disney back in the day. So one thing that Ernie really tripped off of was that one of the animated movies that the artist for Blacksad worked on was the Goofy movie. He also created the look for Hades for Hercules, which I thought was cool. And he also was one of the lead animators for Treasure Planet, which is probably one of the only Disney animated ones I have not seen yet. But so there's some powerhouse there when it comes to this brother on art duties. But yeah, apparently Ernie saw all this and just got the watercolor kick real quick.
Oh yeah, no, I actually found, because there's this cool thing you could do in Clip Studio. I actually would take images, I did like some image searches for Blacksad and removed the all the actual color where it was just the lines, and then I went back and tried to like practice coloring some of the pages. It was a fun experiment. I mean, obviously mine didn't look half as good as what this cat did, but like it was still like a fun experiment. I even did a little bit of experimentation just in general, with watercolor and whatnot. But yeah, this is one of those where I fell in love with the story, and I was like, oh man, I was like, I believe in John Blacksad, 100%.
This was another one of those instances where Carter just went and it's actually funny you said you're gonna do a video on it, because that would have been my first video, because I said I wanted to do. I was gonna ask you all, like, because I keep saying Carter needs to do this, Carter needs to do that. What the hell do y'all want me to do a video on? Because my original idea, and I was gonna run it by Ernie just to see, just give me some tips and some ideas, just going in blind, because that's exactly what I did with Blacksad. I saw it in the background of Casually Comics videos, and I'm just like, okay, what is this damn book? And then I bought it and fell in love with it. So, okay, you're getting banned. He said do a video on Rec Rap. Okay. 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 But yeah, dude, I do like those instances where I go in blind and I'm just absolutely surprised. That's why Escape is back here, because I read Escape well before I even grabbed Black Sad from my LCS. So I really do like going in blind on certain stuff and just being pleasantly surprised. Like when I started reading all the 2000 AD stuff about Judge Dredd. And now I got a gang of Judge Dredd over on that shelf. And now I got Black Sad behind me. And now I got Escape right there. And then you see I got this Grim hardcover because I just thought the art was fantastic. And I was wondering if it was going to be on some Ultimate Wolverine, but then the story was actually good with it. So it's not on some Ultimate Wolverines, because now the writer and the artist are both having to do their job. And it's not just like in Wolverine's case where the artist is doing a lot of the heavy lifting. So...
Well, you know, what was it? I will give. So Stray Bullets is one that I've never really messed around with. That's one that's always kind of been in like, it's kind of been in my blind spot. But I'll give it a look. What's that?
You remember that link to that Humble Bundle I bought that everybody gave me shit for because Criminal was in it?
Mm-hmm.
Stray Bullets is in it.
Oh, well, then there you go. I'll just go back to
There
that.
you go. Yeah, there you go.
I'll just go back to that. That makes it easy.
Yeah.
Because basically that's how I've been going back and reading some stuff. Because I told you I had this tablet that I stopped using for art, but it's big enough that like I can use it to read.
Mhm.
So like I've just been doing that. Like I've been going back, getting stuff off that Humble Bundle. And any other Humble Bundles I find, because they do still do them. I've just been going back and putting stuff on my tablet and being like, all right, cool, let's do that. I do want to show this though, just because I thought it was funny. This is the scene I was actually talking about. When the dude is basically like, because basically it's a sign. There's a sign that that
whites only.
Yeah, it's basically it's whites only. You know, coloreds not allowed. Basically, is the long and short of it. Matter of fact, here let's here it is.
Yeah, they start no colored people again. Plays it completely straight.
Yeah, they're not bullshitting. They are literally saying, because it's basically like white animals and white animals only, like polar bears, snow foxes, white tigers, you know, shit like that. If you got any color on you, you can't be in here. And that's where that comes from, and that's where dudes all like, yeah, hey, you can't read it. He's like, hey, this right here, this little, right here, man. No, you know, that ain't enough.
Yeah.
Zebras, I'm gonna go on a limb and say, like, I would even go as far as say maybe even it's kind of hinted at with Black Sad himself. There's another character that pops up that's connected to him that you also kind of get this with.
Yes.
It's implied that characters that are a mixture of colors are biracial.
Yeah.
There's
that scene I told you about where Black Sad was talking to that white lion, and he was playing tennis with his son, and his son was kind of on the special side, and it's because the white lion is keeping it white.
he keeping it white. He keeping it in the family.
There's
also
so much in that book I was never expecting to read in a comic story that looks like that.
Well, and there, it's also kind of funny to me as well, because there is actually, I think it was Mike Manhattan I saw earlier made a joke about Rebecca Hall earlier, but there is a situation kind of similar to that in the book.
And that boy, and when that twist gets you, boy,
you'd be like, oh shit. Also, what was it? My other favorite part, the one with the parrot, which was absolutely positively fucking hilarious to me. there's a moment where John's in the car
Which was the Red Bird?
yeah, he's in there with
Oh.
that guy. Yeah, like this shit right here.
Yeah. Racist ass toucan Sam.
Right? Follow your nose to the grapefruity taste face head ass motherfucker. But no, he's like, oh, you mean colorful guy? No, not no color guy. Don't go mistaking me for one of them black boys. Of course, no offense. And then literally like the whole time, like John is just fuming.
Itching to swing on him.
Oh yeah, he want to lay this motherfucker out. He want to lay this.
They're in a pickup truck with a red bird talking shit about not being confused with black boys, and that's when the light bulb goes off in all of y'all's head. It's like, oh, he's a red bird because he a fucking redneck. He's a country racist redneck talking shit to a black person, and he does eventually. Yeah, Black Sad had enough and gave him the hands. So.
Yeah, he gave him the bit. Yeah, he gave him exactly what he deserves.
I will let Ernie say. Ernie, I would rather you save the rest of that.
Yeah, we'll
for
save that for
video.
Yeah,
you got coming out. That's gonna be a fun. We're
gonna. I do real quick. I do want to say before we jump into like questions and whatnot. I do also want to point out a book that I got to read this week that I really enjoyed. This is a Mad Cave joint. Blood Wire.
Okay.
Or rather, Blood Wire. Blood Wire. My bad. For those who can't tell, that is actually an umlaut. That's an umlaut. So yeah. Interesting story. I'm not sure where. I mean, I know where it's going, but I dug what they were doing with this. This is Paula Lore, Ermitas Blanco, and Brittany Peer on the book. This was pretty good. I like honestly, I bought it mostly because y'all know me. I saw a black woman on the cover, so I bought the book. And basically, this is like some. What's the best way to describe it? It's almost like the story I wish Blade Runner was, as opposed to the story that we got, where we focus a little bit more on. I mean, technically, do focus on the synths, but like I feel like, or no, I take it back. Maybe almost or maybe like some post Detroit Become Human type shit. But basically, it's a world where robots are being treated as second class citizens, more or less. Basically, being put in like it's almost kind of like an equivocation of like the way they're treating robots in this universe. Decommissioning them, stuff like that. But also, it's kind of like putting them in camps. And we have one of our resident players break into one of those such facilities with the express intention of getting their people out of it, which I enjoyed. I thought was really cool. It's a really it's a really interesting story. It looks like it's probably gonna have it's look, I'm gonna be honest with you, it's gonna be gay as fuck. So if that bothers you, I'm gonna go and tell you to move on, because the main characters just based on this variant, actually, I want to find this variant cover. I'm gonna pull it up so y'all can see it. Just based on this variant cover alone, because I'm pretty sure this robot over here is female. But yeah, I was like, oh, dude, they got the Pride cover. I'm gonna have to like go on Midtown and get this, because I didn't even know this was coming out. I mean, I knew it was coming out, but I didn't like find out till after FOC. But I've got this in my pull now, so but I'm gonna probably go in Midtown and see if I can pick up that cover. I like that cover a lot. That cover is pretty fucking dope, if I do say so myself. But yeah, I like it. It's a nice little, like, it's an interesting little tale, and you can tell like it's gonna be these two people kind of against the world, and and they got other robots coming after them, but these are like more of the robots who are actually working for the man. It seems like it's a comic that has a lot to say, so I'm willing to give it a chance. I'm willing to give it a chance. I'm here for that. I'm absolutely positively here for that. We'll also say that if you are someone who is a fan like myself of this era of X-Men, check out X-Men Outback that came out this week. Read the first issue. I will say it. I'm gonna keep it a stack with y'all. This is a flashback story, obviously. Does not take place in the present, obviously, because it is literally, that's why it's called X-Men Outback, and everybody's got the classic fits on. There's a reason for that. The only thing I could probably say, like, as a I guess a warning about this book is that, yeah, it's basically going back to a time that if you used to read X-Men back then, you're probably already familiar with, but it's going to try and tell you a story that's going to fill in some gaps about some things, and also kind of show you why Storm was the perfect person to be leading the X-Men at the time this was going on. But it also addresses the concerns that some people had within the X-Men about Storm's leadership, but also showing why she was her.
Okay.
And I liked it. Also, the Outback era was the era of X-Men I started with. Like that for those who don't know, that's like roughly, I think that's like around the 220s, like Uncanny X-Men 220s to like the 250-ish area. It was a really interesting time because we're talking about a post-fall of the mutants era. Like we're talking like, yeah, actually no, say the Uncanny X-Men 229 to like 252 or something like that. That was when I first started reading X-Men. Was around that time frame. It was kind of like, it was technically fall of the mutants into the Outback era, and then I just kept going. So yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. But yeah. Let's see. This is true. This is also true. Mike knows what I'm talking about because we talked about it on Thursday. Yeah, get this book, because Steve Orlando, great person. John Byrne, terrible person. So yeah, fuck John Byrne and that X-Men Elsewin, whatever the fuck bullshit they're doing with that. Heather Anto said nothing wrong. Oh, and then of course, as per usual, I couldn't resist getting the latest issue of Feral in horror movie.
These fucking horror movie variants. Are they still doing the are they still doing the Stray Dogs crossover, or is that October?
Yes. No. Okay. No, it's still going. Matter of fact, I don't want to say too much, but just know that wherever they're going with this, it's gonna be pretty fucking interesting. They're still doing the cats side and the dogs side. So yeah. You're
Lord, there's a faculty variant cover?
Yes. I didn't get that one. But now I didn't get that one. This is the one they got for me. I'm hunting down the faculty. The faculty variant. They've done a lot of, like, honestly, if there's a horror movie that exists, they've probably done a variant on that one. But yeah. That's X-Men Outback, that's a Steve Orlando joint.
Okay. You said
that's a Steve
I
Orlando
never got to fully read Black Sabbath. My library had an issue, but it was in Spanish. I remember a story dealing with a musician. I think it dealt with colorism and substance abuse. That's the one that tripped
Yes.
I got a phone call about that particular story because of seeing a Disney artist drawing a fiend coming fresh off it. Like that dog, that was I got a phone call from Ernie about that.
This man was a straight up junkie. I was like, brother.
Imagine Chris Tucker in Dead Presidents After the War.
Bruh. Well, and the thing that kind of killed me about it, I was like, you picked the perfect like type of dog.
Yeah.
Like you picked
Ernie
the perfect type of dog.
me about this one, tripping off
I
this
was
damn
like,
thing.
Brother. I was like,
if you look at so like Ernie mentioned earlier, Dark Horse actually brought all of those stories to the States, translated it all in English. One of the people that helped translate the book was actually Neil Adams, because apparently he
Really?
begged them, because he was
Really?
such a huge fan of Black Sad. He wanted to help in any way, shape, and form he could. So yeah, Neil Adams actually helped translate a lot of these books.
That's cold. I like that. That's actually
That
pretty
man said that dog got some
cool.
cheeseburgers for you.
I got these cheeseburgers. I
Oh
got these
man.
cheeseburgers, man. Look, that motherfucker look like he literally getting ready to like he's like, man, it be calling me, man. It be calling me.
He just wanted to play his song, man. He just
Man, he
wanted to play
really
his
did.
song.
Oh, and what was his name? Little Hand? What is it? Because he
I'm answering questions, dog. I'm going to questions. I'm going to
Okay.
questions. We have two.
Yes,
First question is from
this motherfucker right here.
First question is from fucking Qdoma. Afternoon, Blerd and Carter. Hope you're having a wonderful week. You said you had a little bit of internet trouble, but you worked that out. Okay, question of the day to you both. Have you ever been to a comic shop that totally overwhelmed you? For me, I finally got to go to the HQ of Third Eye Comics, and it was a lot to take in, where I only saw a fraction of what they had because it was so massive. They seem to have everything. I know Third Eye Comics is where they do like the Criterion collection for comic book creators, so I think that's pretty cool. If there a comic shop that has overwhelmed me, yes, the Comic Den here in LA. It's one of the few Black-owned comic book shops, and I'm overwhelmed every time I walk in there, because there will be somebody who says, "I have seen you somewhere before," or I'll just immediately just hear, "Oh shit, Carter," and so it's overwhelmed because I'm recognized. Because that shit, it throws me for a loop every time it happens. But I think that's the only one. No, there's another comic shop I go to here called Pulp Fiction. That's the main one I go to. I'm overwhelmed every time I go in there, and Ernie knows why. Because of that goddamn bargain bin. Because he gets a call as soon as I go over there, and it's a bunch of shit for outlandishly cheap prices, and I know he's gonna want a few of them. That's why Grim is behind me, because I feel like he gonna ask for it. So I just got it. That's how he got his Gail Simone Red Sonja that is completely out of print right now, that he could flip if he wanted to, and it kind of makes me mad I didn't keep it. But yeah, dude, have you ever gone to a comic shop, Ernie, where you have felt overwhelmed?
Yes, but for different reasons than I think what other people would, or maybe similar reasons to the to Qdoma.
Okay.
But so there's a reason I don't go to Memphis Comics and Collectibles. It's mostly because it's further away from me. But like it's out like in the like Poplar, like kind of, yeah, whatever, that area, whatever people call that area.
You said Poplar?
Yeah, like over off of
Not Comics and Collectibles, no.
Yeah, Memphis Comics and Collectibles. It's over there.
Oh,
like,
okay.
Yeah. It's over there, like off of like it's. You remember where that Target was that was over there by the train tracks?
Yes.
Yeah, like it's over in that area.
No, that's the shop you were talking about. I was reading chat. You said that's where you felt overwhelmed, is Comics and Collectibles?
Yes.
Really? Okay.
Well, and it's not because there's a lot of people in there, not because like I've been treated a certain way.
Yeah.
There's just too much shit in there. It's like a huge shop. So like there's like a literal, like they have a whole wall, like it's like from the front of the store all the way to the back of the store. It's all like new release, recent release shit. There's so much stuff. Honestly, I probably should go there sometimes, because I probably could find anything I was wanting that I missed at my shop. I like going to my shop because it's smaller, it's quaint. I know everybody there, at least as far as people who work behind the counter. And nobody really fucks with me. Like, I will occasionally get like people who will look at me like they feel like they know me, but they don't feel inclined to ask me if they know me. I think sometimes they just kind of figure it out for themselves. Like, I know for a fact I've been in there and had
Mhm.
people stare at me like they recognize me, they won't
Yeah.
say anything, but
Oh,
I
shit,
can
it's him.
literally.
I think that is him. Wait, oh nigga, that's him. That's what you get.
Yeah, well, and what they'll do is, because I've looked back and seen it, I've literally looked back and seen people lean
Yeah.
over to the person behind the counter and be like, "Is
So
that?"
this so what was funny about my experience is I truly believe when I went there this week, I think that guy would have left me alone because he I clearly tell he was staring at my ass. But as soon as he saw me grab this,
Oh yeah, the Defiant. Yep.
yeah, as soon as he saw me grab this, man, you is you? And then that's when the question started. But dude, shit, I loved going in comics and collectibles just because,
Mhm.
well, number one, I stayed on summer. I used to work, Ernie. This is totally a Memphis conversation now. I used to work at that Methodist in Germantown.
Okay.
So I had to, there was a matter bus that you could wait on at Oak Court to take you to Germantown. But while I was waiting on that bus, I would just walk around comics and collectibles. So I was going to
Mhm.
ask you, did your ass start going under them tables to look through them long boxes? Because that shop is, it's long. That's
Yeah,
really what it
that's-
is. It's
yeah.
long.
Thank you. Matter of fact, you know what? Here, I got an idea. Hold on, wait.
But no,
I
I
know
love that shop.
I know Tio knows what I'm talking about.
I used to love going to that shop. That's when I started reading Hickman's Avengers around the time. That's when I started getting back into comics. And the owner of the shop at the time, he would always give me discounts because we were both Cowboys fans. And I would absolutely tell you, Ernie, if they still have two certain girls working there, to take your ass over there because they always mess up pricing comic runs. Because something I think a lot more comic shops need to do for people, and maybe shops do this already and I just don't know. What they will do, you'll have the trade on the shelf, or maybe they don't have the trade anymore. So what comics and collectibles would do, if they sold out of the trade, but they still have that trade in single issues, they would just bundle the single issues in one stack and be like, we don't have the trade, but we got this you can buy for the same price. That's cool.
Yeah, so the seller, they do that. Where I go, they do it too. Like you said, they'll call it a brick. They'd be like, here, you can buy this brick, and it'll be like the whole thing, like, because they did it with some of the absolute stuff where like you could go and like pick up, like it would be like the however many issues of absolute Batman had been out up to this point, but like you just buy a whole stack and you just get the whole thing. That I can't find a good picture of the inside of oh my god, I forgot about this.
Yeah, dude.
Okay,
That's how I got Joss Whedon's Astonishing from Comics and Collectibles because they had it.
No.
a brick.
Dude, I'm gonna pull up something. This is gonna blow your mind. I don't know if you remember this place. You remember this spot right here?
I do
Memphis Comics and
remember that
Records.
spot.
This
remember
used
that
to be
spot.
my fucking, like right here, 665 Highland, Memphis. This was my stomping ground. I used to walk to this fucking shop.
Damn.
I used to walk to this fucking shop, my boy. Lord have mercy. I miss this shop so fucking much. Yeah, this place, oh my god, it used to be so much fun. Because yeah, it was literally what it says on the thing. Memphis Comics and Records. It was like a record shop and a comic shop all in one.
Yep.
It was so fucking cool.
I cried the day because I don't know if you know that it
wait
got
a
turned into a Cat's Music. I was pissed.
Oh yeah, no, that broke my fucking heart. That absolutely, man. I wish I could find a picture. One day I'm gonna go up there and take a picture of the inside, and they'll probably chase me out of there for doing so. But you know, whatever, fuck them. But no, Memphis Comics and Collectibles is a very long shop. So when you walk in, when I say you see that long ass wall of comics, it's a lot. I would even go as far as to say that, like, yeah, as far as like experiences though, I generally don't get overwhelmed by like people. Like, I will say I do avoid the cellar on Saturday nights because that's Magic the Gathering night, and it's just nothing but wall to wall motherfuckers in there playing Magic the Gathering.
They look like baloney.
Oh man, bro.
I used to work at a Hastings that used to do Magic tournaments. For all y'all that don't know what Hastings is, it's kind of like Memphis Comics and Records. They did comics and they sold CDs, vinyls. But when Hastings, for a lot of you all that don't know, they sold video games. You could rent movies. They had a bookstore in there. had a record store in there, paint gun, airsoft gun, comics, and a little low key Spencer's. I had my fill, but no, I know how those Magic tournaments would go. It's just big and smelling
Funky.
just wrong, just wrong.
Though I will say, for the first time ever, I did have an instance. This was like a couple of months ago.
Yeah.
Maybe a little less than that. I actually saw people getting. I saw. This guy had to be about maybe half my age. He was probably like a black guy in his like maybe early to mid 20s.
Yeah.
Go the fuck off over a Magic the Gathering match. And like I was like, I ain't gonna lie. I hate that I felt this way because I was like, do I need to leave? I feel slick unsafe because he was calling everybody in there, nigga this, nigga that.
Well, I would have
and
left
going
just
off
because
about them cards.
unless it has gotten bigger. I remember Comic Seller being claustrophobic as fuck.
Okay,
I remember it too small.
So I can tell you that is no longer the case.
Hey, they blew up.
Well, because I told you they moved, right? Like
They're not in that shopping center anymore? By Raleigh Springs?
So the shopping center that they are, no, they're not at that one anymore. Like you're thinking about back when they were Triple Play.
Okay.
Or are you talking about the one where they moved over there by the Army Recruiter? Like they moved like into that shopping center that was like right where Don Don's was right there, and they were right.
I was going to say, right where that hot wing spot was. We are totally having a Memphis conversation.
So a little bit of Memphis lore.
Yeah, I remember Triple Play.
Yeah, they're in a different shopping center now, oddly enough, still next to a fucking Don Don's.
That's funny.
So the seller, it used to be called the Comics. Well, first off, it used to be called Triple Play. Then it got called the Comic Seller, and now it's just the seller.
Okay.
But if you go here, this is actually a recent.
Let me see.
This is a somewhat more. Wait, where'd it go? Are you
Miss Hastings in Texas? The midnight tournament night sounds cool as fuck. It was not. Working at a Hastings, it was not. It was.
But yeah, this
not.
is like this is it.
That is.
Yeah, I was trying to get like an actual like picture of it, but like this is kind of here. Let's do it like this.
Damn. That is a lot bigger than I remember that store being back in the day.
Yeah. Well, so check this out. So
there's room.
So I want you to take stock of something.
Mm-hmm.
See where these long boxes are right here, this table with the long boxes. So past this is another smaller section over off to the side. So like there's like another space like where you go like right here. But now I will say this whole area is board games. Like this whole area over here is board games. And yeah, they got trading cards. They got some Omnis and stuff like that in there. Now, from where the picture is being taken, that's where the comics are.
Okay.
Now, they don't have the biggest selection, but honestly, for my taste, they have about what I need. And what I need, if they don't normally get, I can get.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, but no, that was kind of the funny thing is that they used to be like, any of y'all ever been to a Jack Pirtle's? Like
they
I mean, like an old
Jack Purple's is Ernie. That is this motherfucker just asked thousands of people that's not even from Memphis. We just got somebody who gave us 10 euros, and you asked them about fucking Jack Purtle's.
Well, okay, so no. What was the other one? There was another one. What was the other one that was like the tall building? Well, the long and short of it is they basically. You ever see like one of those like small like Regions Bank buildings?
That's the one. That's when I remember the Comic Seller. It was claustrophobic as fuck.
Yeah, but like, and when I mean the small bank building, I mean like the little ass one where
you pull up just for the ATM or do the where it sucks your money into the vacuum thing. That's what that shop used to be.
Right, like that. Like I'm talking about tiny, like basically the size of someone's garage. That was claustrophobic as fuck. But then they moved out of that. They moved like literally just up the block into an actual like building, and it was next to a Don Don's Hot Wings. So you could always go pick up your comics and pick up your wings and go about your business. And some motherfuckers would go in to Don Don's and take their wings and bring them into the cellar and eat them while they
I
was
don't want
playing
to smell
games.
hot wings while your fingers. Now I know you stink. Now I know you stink. I want to answer this last question. That is nasty. You bringing hot wings to a comic shop to play Magic the Gathering. So, and you know you didn't lick your fingers. You's a nasty. Y'all are stink. Foaming them with the last question saying, Wagwan, Blerd Tribe. He said, with the announcement of the Conan cartoon series helmed by Gendy Tartakovsky, is there other R-rated IPs you think would do great in animation? Let me just say, when I saw the Conan announcement, for any of you all who don't know, a lot of motherfuckers are saying the same thing. That show on HBO Max and Adult Swim you watch called Primal, yeah, that dude did Powerpuff Girls and Dexter's Lab and all that other shit. He's doing Conan now. So just off the strength of Primal, everybody is excited because he already showed us that he can do brutal without talking. Now motherfuckers get to speak. And we know this is going to be insane.
That's going to be weird.
So I don't want to stick on Conan, but I'm really excited for that Conan. I'm wondering if it's going to be only on streaming. Well, I can't see that. What does that say? What does that say?
Oh, it says so Primal was practice.
Pretty much.
Basically.
Pretty much. I'm wondering where they're going to air it. If it's strictly on HBO Max, I already know what time it is. That means they are not going to shy away from anything because there's going to be a lot of breastises everywhere while Conan is killing. Maybe the person with the breastises is killing right along with Conan. Other R-rated IPs that would do well in animation.
You know what? We just talked about one.
Are you gonna say Black Sad?
Mm-hmm.
Fuck yeah, that's what I was thinking too. That's what I was thinking too.
Because so real talk, I can't show you a lot of Black Sad, not because it's like just raunchy all the time, but you will see some titties.
It plays it straight.
Yes,
I cannot stress that enough.
You might even see somebody getting back shots. I'm just saying.
You said The Mask. Dan Explains is somewhere screaming right now at the thought of an animated. So here's the thing. Don't know if you know this, T.O. Davis. There was a Mask animated series back in the day, but it was more so along the lines of the Jim Carrey movie. Dan Explains he didn't know that movie was a Dark Horse comic first that was twisted and fucked up. He found out and then did this video on. So if you're saying a Mask based on the OG comic, oh my God.
Red Sonja would be a good one. I like Red Sonja as a...
Of course you'd say that. Honestly, Deadly Class could be a cool one.
Yeah.
Deadly Class could be a cool one.
Maybe it could succeed.
It would make Ernie mad.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
still get that hardcover.
Well, also, if they did it in a similar, like if they tried to keep the same animation style or like something, and that's what I would want for Black Sad. Like I would want to kind of do like an Arcane. Like if they did like if they did Black Sad in the style of Arcane, but kept like a watercolor look to it, I would eat that shit up. I would eat that.
That'd be fine. That boy said Sunstone. Honestly,
it would work.
We getting a live action Sex Criminals. Sunstone ain't that far off.
And the thing is, like Sunstone, like the sex isn't even really like, I mean, it is, but it's not like the bulk of the story. Like there's actual human story in there. So I think you could actually get like, I mean, yeah, it'll be some nasty nigga shit for real, but like, I think you would still be able to, get that. Honestly, you know what? I think people would be talking about that shit. I think people, so you know how everybody was freaking out about like Euphoria when it first came out.
Yeah.
And I think you could have that Euphoria like style of story without it being high schoolers. You know what I mean? Like
being
gross.
Like you can tell this dude needs to get searched and checked.
Yeah. Exactly. 100%.
Oh, I know a good cartoon I know a good IP that could be R-rated and it could work, Ernie. I actually hope they make this a cartoon someday. Absolute Batman. That'd be a good one.
This nigga. Anyway, I want to read some super chats right quick. We got some super chats here. This is gonna be coming from Fabric 86 with a 5. Says,
What we
hello,
got?
Blerd. Did you finish the anime Assassination Classroom? Did you like it? I'm 5 episodes in and don't want to waste my time if it's going to end poorly like most anime. That is a sad reality. A lot of anime do end poorly. I never finished Assassination Classroom, so I cannot speak to that. But I did enjoy it. Yeah,
Is
what I
that the one
saw of
with
it.
the smiley face? Is that one?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yep, that's it. Yep, that's it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, well, because I kept thinking about another one, and I was trying to be like, there was another one where there was like a goofy looking character, but I was like, oh no, that's a different anime. But yeah, that's it. That's the one. I mean, it's fine. I for what little bit I watched of it, like for me, man, anime is kind of a mixed bag with me with certain shows. There's some shows that I start that I like, and I get to a point where I stop liking them, and I just let them hoes
Mhm.
go.
I got you.
I'm
I got
yeah, I won't. I'm not that motherfucker that like will watch a show and just finish it just to finish it. Like if I don't like it, if I start to not like it, that show gets
Yeah.
cut off and never gets revisited.
Okay.
We also got Dalton Leprick with the 499 says just getting in here and starting the stream over. Just showing some love to the Blerd Cave and here to say that motherfucker Stephen A. Smith is talking out of pocket. Oh,
One
what
thing
the
I love
fu-
about that,
What's that?
uh, it's more talking about it's totally a nerds of culture topic is what Stephen A. Smith is talking about. But the one thing I've loved about Threads so far, because FYI, Ernie snitched on me, but I am on Threads now with him. It's Council of Carter. That's the name, because somebody that's not a fan of him, I changed my name to Council of Carter one day as the joke for our Blur Cave episode. Somebody that's not a fan of Ernie, so they're not a fan of the Blur Cave, took that name on purpose, so I can't use it anymore. So it's Council of Carter. But
Wait, what?
the one thing, yeah, somebody took the Carter Presents name on IG, so I can't use it anymore, out of spite of him up there. But going back to my original point,
I ain't gonna hold you. That's
what's that?
dumb.
Yeah, sad as fuck. Yeah, sad as fuck.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, dude. Look,
It's sad as fuck.
Stop it. Get some help.
Yeah,
please. That is the dumbest shit I think I've. That's crazy. Anyway.
yeah.
Carry
But
on.
the one thing I've loved about Threads so far is anytime I see somebody doing some problematic shit. In this case, Stephen A. Smith just saying, just be quiet.
Saying dumbass shit.
Yvette Nicole Brown is always in the comments saying something.
Oh yeah,
I look at her as just a famous black woman. I remember her from Community, but I swear to God, I see that woman commenting on everybody's shit, whether it's positive or negative. So when I saw what Stephen A. Smith was talking about, and I saw Yvette Nicole Brown, she didn't even say, and she did. She said, "This feels like it's giving." And then she posted a picture of Daffy Duck dancing.
Yeah. Oh no, she quick with it. Shirley quick with it on them threads. That's actually quite old boy. Oh my god. I don't know if you know. Do you know who Wilson Cruz is?
No.
So, did you ever watch that show that used to be on MTV? My So-Called Life.
Yeah, a few episodes.
You remember the gay best friend?
Okay. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, him.
Oh, that's who that is. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Also on that motherfucker tough. And be calling motherfuckers out, and I love to see it. I actually got to chit chat.
Love that dude.
Yeah,
I just love that dude. Okay.
I got to chit chat with him a couple of times on Threads. It was pretty fucking cool. I was like, dude, like, you know what? Like, if there are celebrities that are on there, they're actually way more active on there and actually have real. What's our boy name?
What's that?
Devin Sawa. Devin,
God.
Devin Sawa, he's on there, and like, and I've actually interacted with him a few times on there because he just be talking all kind of shit on there and be
That's
just
funny.
saying all kind of wild stuff. I
That's
love
funny.
it. Yeah. But
You said,
the only reason I didn't bring up Star Trek Discovery is because I know Carter doesn't watch Star Trek. So otherwise I would have brought up Star Trek Discovery, but yeah, Carter doesn't watch Star Trek. So if I would have said that shit, he'd have been like, "And?"
No, I would have been like, and I'm like, oh, I know to be quiet because I know I'm not gonna speak up shit I don't know about. You think Carter will like the young ladies don't play fighting games anime? I heard about it. Sherry Jennings was talking about it on one of her little Street Fighter 6 sessions. I don't know what it is. I know it's gonna be on Crunchyroll at some point. I just don't know what it is.
It's basically kind of like one of those, like, just based on what I've seen, these two girls who are rivals, like, I guess it's their journey together against each other, or maybe even becoming friends or becoming enemies, whatever. But the thing that I thought was interesting about it is that, like, they were cutting between the anime footage and the actual fighting game footage. So like when you see them playing the game, like you see them like they got the fight sticks and shit where they're like you can see them clearly playing on the fight sticks, and then it'll cut and you'll see them do like a move, and then you'll see Ryu come up on the screen, but it's straight out the game. He'll like doing his little super or whatever. I thought it was really cool though. I thought it was interesting. Okay. Like I definitely want to check it out. I like it had my like I heard about it like a ways back. It's kind of funny because I feel like some of these some of these anime that like I've been hearing about for a long time are like now finally like like they're finally starting to drop. Because there's quite a few anime that was like, oh wow, I thought this was coming out like a while ago, and it's like, oh no, now it's finally coming out. Because it was the same way with Tojima. Tojima wants to be a common writer. Like I was hearing about that one for a long time.
These fucking names. And then this dude in the chat saying there's one called Smoking Behind the Convenience Store with You. That's just the name of a fucking anime. These names, boy. One thing I was gonna ask you in particular, because I see where we are on time.
Yeah, go ahead.
Since we've been talking about animes and shit like that. Did you hear about the announcement of the One Piece?
Yeah, I did.
What say you?
I honestly, I didn't watch the trailer for it.
Okay, long and short of it, it's a
movie, right?
No, it's serious. So they're basically Hellsing Ultimate Team, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhooding One Piece.
Yeah,
where they're condensing it with way better animation. So people like you who complain that there's 744 episodes, even though apparently it's way more than that.
It's
they're
over
doing it for people like
now,
that. Yeah, they're doing it for people like you or other people that complain. That's too much shit. I'm not going to do that. Well, now they're doing a whole new thing with way better animation than the original, to try to entice you all to watch it, since you ain't got to watch as much anymore.
Yeah. Oh no, that's a real. It's real. It's actually real. Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. One Piece Kai. There you go. That's
yeah. That is. Yeah. No, the original is not finished. It's not even close to.
It's not even finished.
I think the way that it was said was that like. I think was Oda. Oda said that like, oh yeah, it can finish soon. But basically, by soon, I think he means like 5 or 7 years from now, probably. But yeah, One Piece Brotherhood or One Piece Kai is I thought it was a movie. I didn't realize it was like a
series. Yep.
And the thing is, I knew they were making it. I just didn't think that they were serious. But my thing is, I was like, look, man, because you're gonna condense it by how much? Like, are you gonna make it half of what it is? Because even then, it would still be way too fucking long for me to want to bother. Honestly, I think they should have did, and you know what? I do agree with Freddie here. I wish they would have done the Evangelion approach and just made movies.
Okay.
Like make movie, because I mean everybody else is fucking doing that shit. Because what was it, Attack on Titan? They had a new movie that came out, but the thing is, it wasn't actually new. It was just the last few episodes stitched together as a movie.
Oh, okay. Damn.
Yeah. Well, so yeah.
Oh, well, since I do want to get us out here at this time, but I do want to ask you one, because I did not know that this book was a thing. Did you know that Dynamite was doing an Aladdin series from somebody that you have interviewed before?
Interviewed him about the book.
Well, shit, I didn't even
James,
know that.
yeah,
I didn't know that.
Okay. James the Third. Yeah, he's who, by the
Somebody
way,
asked in the chat about it, so I didn't know if you knew.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, so yeah, he's doing the Aladdin book, and also it's funny too because right after I think I had that interview with him, or not long after it, he was on an episode of Abbott Elementary and just made me laugh.
Oh wow.
Because, no, it looks good, looks fantastic, and honestly, pretty interested to, because the way he talked about it, he says basically going to tackle some of the things that they don't really talk about in the Aladdin franchise, and even some of the stuff that came, like sure they had those movies that came after, but he was like, yeah, like he said, even stuff that even those movies don't address, they're going to be tackling in that series. So I can't wait to see it. I will also say we got another one here. This is from Ralph Baer. Says, my question would be, how excited are you both for the upcoming X-Men season? I am very excited.
Okay.
Did you see Carter? Have you seen the
I've seen a trailer.
Well, no. I was gonna say, did you see the episode listing?
No.
Yeah, they
Oh,
love to do
I
that.
saw somebody posted it. It looked like it was in like a DVD case. I thought that was cute, but that one.
Yeah.
I didn't see that one.
I love how I was like, oh, well, I guess we know what episode Gambit's gonna really like show out in. I love the double/triple entendre of Weapon X lies and DVDs, because it's basically a play on sex lies in a videotape, but also the X-Men storyline of a similar name. I can't wait to see Danger beat the brakes off the X-Men. That's gonna be hilarious.
Yeah. I wonder if they're gonna keep her what she is in this. If they're gonna put Xavier in a negative light in this, that'll be interesting to see.
I think you
if
have
they
to
keep
at this
that.
point. I think you have to. I think you have to. And I'm sorry, Charles Xavier fans. He ain't shit, and the sooner y'all accept it, the better off we're all gonna be.
Here's one for you, big dog. Question. Hey, Blerd and Carter, what do you guys take on the GTA 6 controversies?
I think that in a perfect world, we would all be boycotting GTA 6.
So, okay, that's Ernie's take. Carter's take is, I see everybody keeps saying that the game is going to be $100. So let me see. It's going to be $80 for the base game and $100 for the deluxe. What's in the deluxe? It's a bunch of places you can't go into unless you have the deluxe. Oh, so the game is $100.
Yeah,
so they just,
Did you? I want to ask you this question.
Get the fuck out of here. So yeah, the game is the bill. Just say it.
Did you see? There was a skit that I saw the other day, and
that's dab number 5. Number 6.
Sorry about that. No, there was a skit that I saw the other day by Sylvanas. Did you see it? He did a skit. GTA. You know what? I'll cut it if we have to, because I just think it's funny and I think you'll get a kick out of it. But here, let's just do this.
It's when the GTA 6 barbershop asks what edition you have. Oh no!
Haircut?
He even standing like it. Jesus Christ!
For the haircut?
Yeah,
okay.
Man, get me right, man.
Hey, thanks for coming in today.
Need a good cut.
How you doing today?
Everything's been going good, man. Things been going good.
Oh, that's good to hear.
Oh no.
Yep.
But before we start, I got one more question.
Oh, yeah? What's that?
Do you have the Ultimate Edition or the Standard Edition?
Why you got the blade? Why you got the razor to his throat like that?
What'd you say? I couldn't hear you. What'd you say?
I said, do you have the Ultimate Edition or the Standard Edition?
You said, do I listen to New Edition? Yeah, I listen to them from time to time.
I said, do you have the Ultimate Edition or the Standard Edition?
Oh, okay, you know what?
Man, look.
Actually,
Well, you better hit
I
circle.
just didn't remember.
Man,
at first,
right?
But,
You better hit circle and back out of that
no,
shit.
Actually, I did buy the Ultimate Edition. Yeah, I bought the Ultimate Edition.
Okay, that's all you had to say.
Yeah, I almost
Damn, pull the
forgot,
clippers
but,
out.
I do remember spending $80. So,
Oh,
I had to be the
no.
Ultimate Edition. So, yeah, we
He's
did.
like, wait a
Did you
minute.
say you paid?
What'd you say?
How much did you say you paid?
$80.
Oh shit.
That's the Ultimate Edition, right? Because that's a lot of money.
I'm gonna pull the blade back out. Jeez.
Ultimate Edition is $100.
Oh, it's a wrap.
Bruh, hit circle, bruh. Just hit circle.
Yeah, it's
100? My bad. I thought I had the Ultimate Edition.
Yesterday's price is not
Yeah.
today's price.
But
No.
that's not a problem, right? Right? It's not a...
Man, choked him. He choked him. He choked that at the
The
barber shop.
Ultimate Edition is $100.
He said, nah, man.
The Ultimate Edition is $100.
Bro, you can choke this motherfucker to death because you didn't buy the ultimate. No, they didn't do the flag. Yeah, dude. I'm
Yeah,
good
dude.
on GTA 6 personally.
Yeah.
Not even from that. Oh, and let me answer this question real quick because I saw somebody ask it. It's really $100, and no, it does
Yes.
not come with a physical disc. It does
No.
not.
Didn't they say there would be no physical disc? Like, period? I heard that
According-
somewhere.
I didn't know that part. I just knew that the base game itself was not coming with a disc. So, yeah, that's $100 for your download speeds. Better be immaculate because
Yep.
everybody is going to be trying to download
So
that
wait,
motherfucker.
yeah.
on
So
day,
yeah, they're saying yeah, that's correct.
Okay.
Yep. Okay. So yeah. So here's my thing. Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna say the same thing that I've said before. When video game companies, publishers, developers, whoever the fuck, when they
Yep.
do problematic shit and people still go out and buy the game anyway, that is consent. Now, being real with y'all. Because so this is the pot calling the kettle black here. Remember when the Nintendo Switch 2 came out and everybody felt like, man, they are really overcharging for this hardware. And a lot of people still bought it anyway.
Mhm.
I bought it anyway. And even I kind of was like, you know what? I'm part of the problem because basically we just encouraged Nintendo to do this again.
Mhm.
And it's going to be the same with this GTA 6. They're gonna be like, oh, well, wait a minute. So you mean tell me we can charge $100 for a game and basically lock basic ass features and places behind a paywall? Like we could do an upcharge of $20 to get the rest of the game in there as what should be in the base game. We're going to treat it as DLC because I promise you that's what it's going to be. And I think we kind of need to take the same approach that people took with the Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2. Because some of y'all may or may not know this, but that game was originally going to launch, I think, with 3 clans. But,
Mhm.
like, they were going to put 2 of the clans behind a paywall. You would have to pay to get them. But the fans reacted so negatively to it that the devs were like, okay, psych. They're just in the game. They're just in the game. No extra money. And I feel like if people get angry enough, I don't think Rockstar will. Rockstar is kind of
Rockstar ain't
slick,
changing
too
shit.
big to fail.
Yeah, I was gonna
So,
say
like,
Rockstar ain't
yeah.
changing shit. Either you get it or
Right.
you don't, brokey. I've seen a lot of that
Yeah,
too, saying
yeah,
it's just
no,
$100.
that's-
If you don't, boy, don't make. I'm trying
Yeah.
to curse less. I'm trying to curse less.
I
But no, I'm
But
good
no,
on
you're
GTA
right.
6
You are
now.
right.
Yeah.
You are correct. But the thing is, I think it would actually take everyone collectively saying, okay, fine, when the game comes out, I'm not buying it. But here's the problem. Not everybody's going to do that.
Yeah.
There's going to be people who are going to cross the picket line and go buy the goddamn game anyway. They'll sit and talk a big game about how they're not buying the game, but they'll still go buy the game.
All they got to do is see their
mhm.
favorite streamer playing it and bigging it up, and then they're going to go on PlayStation Network and be watching him while they waiting for it to download. They're going to make buku bread off this. There's like no. I had to tell a friend of mine yesterday because he asked me how I was gonna go about the whole thing, and I just told him, yeah, there's always gonna be a scab. I am not buying GTA 6. I didn't really have fun with GTA 5. I thought GTA 4 was all right. GTA 3, unfortunately, I'm sorry. GTA 3 is still the one that I've had the most fun with. That's still the one to beat for me. And that includes Vice City, and that includes San Andreas. Soundtracks, that's a completely different conversation. But fun factor, it's still GTA 3 to beat for me. 4 and 5 weren't it. So because 4 and 5 weren't it, I had no reason to even want to look in the direction of 6. And then now to know that you're charging a bill for it, I'm finna be looking every which way instead of at Rockstar right now. So no, I'm good.
That's one of
good.
those. The only way I see myself getting it is if either A, that game were just like tremendously on sale. Like if I waited long enough for the game, which by the way, that game ain't gonna go on sale
Honestly,
anytime soon.
you couldn't really do on sale, Ernie. The price would still be fucking ridiculous because it's
no,
a
that's what I'm
hundred
saying.
card.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. Like and when I say like on sale, I mean like that game would have to have been out for a while for me.
Yeah.
And like I'd be like, oh, okay, I catch it on like a Steam sale or something like 4 or 5 years from now, and like it's like maybe $20 or something like that. I don't even think it would ever be that low if I'm being honest. Or like if some or if it's one of those things where like, and once again, you can't even borrow the game from anybody because there's no disc. So it's like, yeah, I just don't foresee it. But yeah, I saw that. I didn't care for it. I don't care for this news. This is price gouging. Through and through.
Yeah, Marvel been doing that for a little bit now. If you all been paying attention to these hardcovers and these epic collection trades they've been releasing, boy. I was just telling Ernie the other day, and I think I told you all about that House of X hardcover being $75 for 10-inch heads. That's Omni, dog. Like, what are we doing?
Oh yeah, look. What was it? Birdner just kind of hit the nail right here. Yeah, Steam. Yeah,
Blerd Without Fear and Carter Presents do not tell you to pirate anything Steam Rip related. Anything that was just
know
Ernie
what you're talking
saying
about.
A joke. That was just Ernie saying a joke. It is not to be taken seriously. We are not telling you all to do this pocket stand.
Yeah, for real. And then we also got this is actually in relation to my comic shop. Yes.
Yeah.
If I go to my comic shop, if I ask them to get something for me, they'll get it for me. Now, they will be realistic with me about certain things. Like, case in point, when I think I told the story before, but when I was talking to my shop about the ratio covers, they said they didn't tell me they wouldn't get the ratio covers for me. They just explained to me how ratios worked. So like if I wanted a Feral comic that like the variant cover, it was like one of those deals where it's like a 1 in 25 or 1 in 50, 1 in 100. They basically told me because they don't move Feral like that, they said basically they would make me pay for all the copies of Feral that would have to be bought in order to get that one cover, because that's what a ratio is. You see a 1 in 25, 1 in 50, 1 in 100, that means you're getting one for every 25, 50, 100 that's ordered. And since they don't move it like that, it would basically be them buying a bunch of books that they know won't sell. So basically, yeah, that's the only caveat they have ever given me. And I think other than that, like if it's something that like if I missed FOC, they'd probably be like, well, we might have to wait a little bit because it's sold out, or the warehouse, the distributor doesn't have anymore, or maybe you have to wait and see if it gets a second print. That's like the worst they've ever told me. Like, they have never told me they won't order something for me. It's always just been like, hey, we can do it, but there might be a case where it's like but, or like, we can do it, but we got to do this too. So yeah, and that's why I always tell people, trust your shop. I know not everybody's shop is the same, but yeah, if you have a good comic shop and you want something, they'll find a way to get it to you. By the way, this right here, not a ratio. This is not a ratio. Just FYI. So yeah, I don't like that's why some of y'all might remember we were doing those claim sales, which I need to actually reach out to the coach, see if we can do those again. But we were doing those claim sales, and like, as Coach Mazza would be like, hey, this is a so-and-so and so-and-so. This is a 1 in 50 or 1 in... That was why he was saying these were books that, like, that number of books had to be ordered to get that cover. That's why those books were so rare. It was for that reason. But no, anyway. Well, I do want to say, they didn't say they would charge me full price. Basically what they said, they would make me pay cost of the book, which is not bad. But yeah, it's one of those things, like, if I ask my shop that doesn't move a certain title to buy 100 of something, just for me to get one thing, I'm not going to hold you. If I was a shop, I wouldn't do it either. I would actually, honestly, I would be worse. I'd be like, said, thanks for reminding me. Hey, gotta box them out, man. Elbows out at all times. Elbows out at all times. Yeah. We got another one here. This is a super chat from. Oh no, we did answer that super chat already. So we're good on that. We're good on super chats right now. We got one last question we're gonna answer, then we'll get out of here. This John Stewart says, any thoughts on the Absolute Batman anime series announcement? I think we kind of already. I basically said, I don't give a fuck about it. I think it's a great idea. I just don't care about the show. Yeah. Also, didn't they say it was gonna be like CG animation? Like, I forget. Like,
I didn't read enough to see. I'm fine with just reading the book. I didn't need the animated series. I think that was you that said that they should have been doing this because that's what anime and manga do. Like, do it while the book is going on, while it's still fresh, which is fine. I said, and I think a lot of people would disagree with me. I feel like each arc could have been a movie, like one of their animated films. And the only reason I said that is because those animated films have been struggling. We know their quality has not been the best recent, like in several years. It ain't been hidden. So I think if you did them each arc in films, that would have given you enough time. But I see your point of, I mean, anime has been doing that while books are still going, still doing the series. And that's absolutely a valid point. But yeah, I'm fine with it. Whatever.
Wait, you say you left a big question, Bill? I don't see it. I'm gonna be real with you. It might be if depending on when you put it in.
YouTube snatched that fucking thing.
Yeah, I don't hear. Let me do this. Let me switch it to this and see if I can find it if I go back. Yeah, no, that actually didn't change anything. But it.
Oh no, I found it. Here you go, Ernie. This is for you.
Shoot.
Because we have 2 days left until the pre-order deadline for Jamal Campbell's Zatanna #3. Will this be a good time to support the run? Sales would be halved though.
Yeah, I mean, you could. Like, here's the thing. So, FOC is important. You got to get those orders in. I will say, and I actually just had a recent conversation with Greg Weisman that kind of speaks to this. We have to be early adopters. If you really want to support a run, you got to start from issue 1. Because I'm going to tell you right now, there's no amount of campaigning anyone could do for Storm, Earth's Mightiest Mutant at issue #3 that was going to save that book. The plans were already set in stone. So, now I will say, I don't know what the plans are for Zatanna. I just assumed they were going to do just another 5-issue mini, just like they did the last time with Zatanna. But, I mean, that doesn't mean they can't just keep making more. But I feel like DC is only interested in relaunching Zatanna over and over from now until the heat death of the universe, because number ones are always going to sell better than like number 2s, 3s, 4s, and 5s. That's just a fact. This is an objective fact. But I mean, I say, hey, if you support a book, you support a book. Case in point. Where did my as I have been very vocal about this, I said, what did I say when I did my video addressing the end of the blackout? I said I was just gonna go back to what I had been doing, supporting books that I know have black people on them or in them. And like I said here, boom. So that's what we do. I support nothing else. Anything else?
Okay.
Anything else is not for me. I make exception. I made an exception for Flash because guess what?
We were in it. We were in it.
This is and also I want to point out something. Everyone should know this by now, and if you don't know this by now, I think you should learn it. But I want you all to know that by the age-old ancient rule, of, and this comes from the Black Bible. This comes from the Black Bible. This is also going to be the book. It's by the Book of McDuffie, verse 12, chapter 3. And Carter, you know what I'm gonna say. If there be 3 or more black people, it is a black product. Okay? If there be, Carter, you know what I'm talking about. If you have 1, that's fine. If you got 2, it's a stretch. But if you got 3, it is officially a black product. McDuffie said it right here, Carter. He literally said
the rule of 3. That rule is in popular entertainment, if there are 3 black people in it, it is a black product. You can have 2 black guys, although it's a stretch. If you have 3, it's a black show.
There you go, like right there. That's it. It's the Flash. This is officially a nigga book. It's officially, y'all heard it here first. Y'all heard it, Gavin. You heard it here, Gavin. Gavin said literally came in at Book of McDuffie. Hey, look, I'm just saying, did I lie? So look, hey, I'm serious, y'all. I'm not bullshitting. I am not bullshitting.
Tell me when I'm telling lies.
There are 3. Carter said he done. Look, it's 3 Negroes. It's 3 Negroes in this shot. That's a black book. It's a black product. It's a black product. So there you go. Yeah. Oh, wait. Gavin said there are 3 whole separate black people in this page I'm penciling right now. That's crazy. That's crazy. Like, look. So there it is. Y'all heard it here first. DC's The Flash series has officially been upgraded to a black product. You're welcome. You're welcome, y'all. There you go. So there you go. That's why I continue to buy The Flash. Because it is a black product. I regularly see at least 3 Negroes in the book every time.
Yeah, I see how he could have just been like, it's Gavin. He's a fan of the show. He's in here all the time. That's why I bought it. He put us in there with the kindness of his heart. But no, he just felt like just jumping off the cliff. Just jumping. Just jumping.
Well, no, I mean, I bought it. I mean, I was buying it before anyway, but I mean, but now It's because this book, more than probably any other DC title, is a black product. It's a black product. You heard it here first. It's a black product. Oh, Gavin gave a correction. He said, actually, first off, says in Metropolis, by the way. And also, wait a minute. It's 4. I'm sorry, y'all. That's a black book. It's a black book. I'm sorry. What do y'all want me to do? What do y'all want me to do? It's a black product. I don't make these rules. Do y'all think I make these rules?
Where is Booker T? I need him and Stevie Ray to come from Harlem like yesterday.
You know what? I tell you what, that's actually a good segue. Because you know what? I'm going to tell you right now, since Gavin already kind of gave us the tease, so let's just go ahead and do it. For Carter Presents, I am the Blerd Without Fear, and Metropolis.
We coming for you, nigga.